my wife was hounding me like, hey, I need the show notes. I want to know like what I'm in for and things like this like 2 weeks ago.
My wife doesn't think this is a big deal.
So I sent her the Red Queen stuff.
You wouldn't tell me.
I wouldn't tell you.
No, you wouldn't tell me. I asked him, I said, what are the questions? He wouldn't tell me.
Oh, I said, no, I don't want you to think about them. I want you to see them the night of the show. So there
now
they are.
I'm probably going to sound like a ding
No,
dong.
there they are right there. There's the questions. There's the questions we're going to ask you. So, yeah.
Okay, well.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I was on a life coach, I asked a bunch of my life coachy friends who do podcasts. I was like, well, what should I do to prepare to be on my husband's podcast? And that's what they told me to do.
Yeah, I've been asking, but not getting any feedback here.
Well.
Until now, which is a little late.
Oh, well, in all honesty, let's see, honey, how did our day start? I woke up, I said, oh, it's a great day to work today. Then Jen comes in while I'm in the shower and goes, oh, can you go look at countertops this morning before you go to work? I'm like,
he's like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get this done. Because I know our contractor has to line it up or we can go into a supplier and look. And, so we spent until 2:00 today looking at countertops.
Well, that was lunch and stuff.
Well, yeah, we did get some Panera too.
Yeah.
So. Well, I mean, I was hungry. Hazel, I didn't have coffee. I didn't have toast. Nothing. She already had toast. She gets up before me. She already had toast. She already probably had some cold brew. She had her shake with her cold brew in it. Yeah. So I was like, just woke up out of bed, just got my shower, and in the truck I go, and I'm out the door. So, yeah, that was our day. So
you made it.
I didn't have time to show her show notes.
Oh my gosh. He's had so much time.
Now, I will tell you this. I'm using the mic stand that she got me for Father's Day, and it is outstanding.
Oh.
It is like so much longer than... It's like 12 inches longer than my old mic stand, so it's so easy to stretch between the two of us here and, be able to move the mic around. So it's really nice.
That's nice.
So, see, I can pivot it here. Doesn't make any noise. Yeah.
Nice. So, nice to see you trying to get out of the doghouse there, Gator. Nice job.
I backpedaled nicely. I give myself a 7.8. All right.
Yeah, but your opinion doesn't really matter. It's Jen's opinion.
That's right.
That's right. That's true. That's true. No, the biggest thing I'll try not to do tonight is talk over everybody, which is that's my faux pas. So
I'm right here to help you.
Good.
Remember that.
Remember to pinch me or kick me when I do that. Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I got it under control.
She does it at the dinner table too. She'll pinch me or kick me and go, "Let him talk." I'm like, okay. Anyway,
does she swing at you with like a wooden spoon too? No, I'm just kidding.
I might have told him about the wooden spoon story.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah. Everybody knows about the wooden. Everybody knows the wooden spoon story now.
Nice.
It was flattering to you. It just wasn't flattering to me.
It's flattering that I run around the house and hit you with a spoon. Yeah, that's flattering.
Okay. Tonight is going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun tonight.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 53 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that talk about all things in the Destinyverse and interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. I'm your host, The Gator, and my co-host, Hazel, is here as well. 1 entire year of podcasting, Hazel. How the hell did that ever happen?
I mean, we just kept showing up. That's the main thing.
Showing up. That's.
I'm more surprised that people even listen to us.
Dude, I got to tell you, I am floored that anybody would want to listen to us a year later. It's just amazing. It's amazing how far we've come, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
you and your Casey Kasem music picks,
right?
Me with my saying fuck all the time.
Yeah, there's gonna be some F's tonight, babe. She kicks me every time I say the F word. That's why I've been getting cleaner every show. I've been getting cleaner and cleaner. But per usual, I'm gonna ask you, how was your week this week?
My week has been okay. It's been pretty busy. I have just something personal about me is that I have 4 news apps, And what I've ended up doing is actually uninstalling all 4 of them just because I am completely and utterly sick of the news and what's going on in the world and things like that. So I'm anxious to see how this next week goes for me. Not being informed on all the horrible things that people are doing and things along those lines. Yeah. So, yeah. I took it out of me this week.
It's so divisive. The news is so
What about
divisive.
You, sir?
Yeah, it's been a busy week. We got the drywall in. Yesterday.
Yeah.
And we got all the can lights in. We actually turned our lights on in our kitchen now. It's actually starting to feel like a kitchen now. So we went and looked at the countertops this morning, and I think we picked out a couple that we think will work for us. So we'll see how that works. But overall, good week. Good week. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. So, well, we're gonna do things a little bit differently tonight. For a starter, we have our wives on the show. I like to consider our wives as our co-producers or assistant producers because I'm speaking for my wife here, Hazel. You can speak up for yours. But my wife, I consider her like an assistant producer because she gives me feedback on how the show went when she listens to it. And sometimes we used to do our walks every morning for like a mile walk, and we would put an earbud in each of our ears and listen to it together. And she would say, that part right there didn't sound too good. I didn't like that part. So as far as my wife is concerned, she gives me feedback on that. She gives me super ideas on what to do in the show. And of course, the song picks. She definitely helps me with those. So I have to give credit where credit's due. So I don't know how you feel, Hazel.
Oh, hell, man. My wife is, she's like the unsung hero at least for my side, because ever since she took the PlayStation 4 cable from me for Kitty's episode, I feel like I've been more involved and invested in the interviews and things like that, which, isn't a bad thing necessarily, because, I was letting you, whatever conversation went on, I just let it go on kind of thing.
Yeah.
But now I'm more involved and it feels good. And, I don't have H messaging me about Warzone. So,
right.
Besides that, though, but besides that, though, my wife is awesome. She listens to every episode, and then she'll give me a little bit of feedback about it and things like that. And that's actually just the one that she gave me was about the Baroque one, and she's like, "You let Gator talk forever, didn't you?" And I was just like, "Well, Baroque was talking too." So
yeah,
but because of that, got me where I am now.
Well, then let's formally introduce them. Our wives on the show. Mrs. Hazelnut is known as Tasha. Hello, Tasha.
Hello.
How has your week been?
It's been good. I've been working and taking care of Addie a couple days this week, so it's been good.
Cool. Very cool. And Mrs. Gator, this is Jen. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Gator.
How's your week been?
It's been really hard, but it's been good and productive.
Yeah. It's been an interesting week, that's for sure. We're waiting to get this dang kitchen done. So enough kitchen talk. Just an overview of tonight's show. First, we're going to put them in the interviewing seat tonight and find out more about each of them, and hopefully without embarrassment to me or Hazel. Then they're going to try their luck at our new and improved and Destiny-free Fast Fire segment we call the Speed Run. We're going to answer questions from our community for everyone involved here. And then finally, we're going to add 2 songs each to our Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify and iTunes. Once we do that, we'll spare the ladies the Destiny talk, as Hazel and I will go over the TWAB for this week, which we had some really great news. Talk about our 6th week of Season of Arrivals. And then we'll wrap up with a very special ending. I'm sure and Hazel and I will probably never forget. So, are we all ready to do this?
Yeah. Let's do
I believe
it.
so.
All right. All right, let's go. Okay. This is really weird. I got to figure out how to do this. Let's start with Tasha, Mrs. Hazelnut. Tell a little bit about yourself. Let's start with this. Where did you grow up, and what was your childhood like?
Okay. I grew up in near Columbus, Ohio, in a little town. Well, it's not so little anymore, but Grove City, Ohio. Back then, and I was born in '80, so it was a small town back then, and there wasn't that much. I remember driving my bike well, with my friends in the neighborhood, we used to drive our bikes up the odd lots and buy makeup and caboodles and all sorts of random things when I was about 9 or 10 years old. But I had a pretty good pretty good friends in the neighborhood. Although I'm still friends with this day, even though we don't live near each other. Every time we see each other, it's like things never change, basically. But, we did a lot of stuff outside as a kid. We played and put on dances and went to the pool, and it was a good time.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have an older sister.
All
We're
right.
only 15 months apart, so she's a year older than me.
Okay. Very nice. Mrs. Gator.
All right. I grew up in Indianapolis, started there, lived there until I was about 9, and then we moved to Florida. So I've been here ever since. Pretty much most of my childhood was in a really rinky-dink little town, one stoplight, pretty close to where we live right now. But same as you, Tasha, we were outside all the time riding bikes. We lived across from a lake, so we were fishing all the time, in the pool all the time. There was a little tiny library at the community center that I spent lots of time at, checking out the Nancy Drews. So that was pretty much my childhood. I have one sister. She is 3 years younger than me. And that's about it. Then I met you.
Oh yeah, like I met you like right out of the womb. Give me a break.
Basically.
Oh please. All right, Hazel. Your turn, Hazel. You ask one.
All right. So, what was your gaming history? You have a gaming history. It's like that.
I actually do. I have a gaming history. You don't trust me, do you?
She's not a gamer.
I'm not a gamer, but actually when I was young, we started out with, and I don't even know if you remember these, they were little handheld sports games.
Oh, I remember Tecmo.
Oh my gosh. I had a baseball game that I was obsessed with. And then after that, one of my friends got an Atari, and they had Pitfall, which was like the game back then.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And when we finally got our Atari, I was totally into Frogger and Cubert, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man. And then as I got older, it turned into things like Tetris, basically Tetris. And then Twisted Metal and that kind of jazz.
Yeah, Twisted Metal.
Yeah, Twisted Metal.
We used to play so many games of Twisted Metal.
We did play Twisted Metal a lot.
When we were first married, we would play video games at night. And do you remember when we played Metal Gear Solid? You'd sit down, new chapter.
I would just watch you play it.
And she'd go, "No, don't! You're gonna wake him up! Don't!" Remember those nights?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
played a lot of games.
Yeah, but she's not a gamer. Remember,
but I'm not a gamer.
Hashtag not a gamer.
Hashtag not a gamer. Yeah.
Tasha, how about you?
I'm not really a gamer either, but as a kid, I think we got our first play system was the Nintendo, and we were the first ones in the neighborhood. No, I don't know about the first ones, but we were the first ones to get Nintendo. We played all the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Norm doesn't believe me, but I have beat Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. He doesn't believe that I beat 2.
I just don't believe anybody had the patience to even play 2. But
but we did. We played a lot of that and ice hockey. I remember playing ice hockey and California games and
California
that
games.
type of thing. We had a Game Boy. We had a Game Boy too. I played Tetris on that, and Dad got obsessed with Tetris.
Love a good game of Tetris.
Yeah. Remember we used to play Crash Bandicoot? What's that other game we play?
Sonic?
No. The one that we played with the kids. It was the little weird looking creatures.
Little Big Planet.
Abe's Oddworld?
Oh, yeah.
Remember those days?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, man, just the time just flies.
We played a lot of video games with the kids.
Yeah, we did. We'd have Rock Band nights where let's see, Rock Band nights, Jen would play bass and
Drums.
Guitar and drum. My son played really good drums.
Yeah, he did. He was good.
And my daughter sung, and me and Jen would switch off on guitars. I always liked to play guitar. But yeah, good times, man. Lots of great memories playing Rock Band. So,
It's awesome.
I forgot about that. Norm and I used to play Guitar Hero together.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's where it started.
Yep.
My son turned us on to it. He goes, Dad.
Yeah.
I said, what are you playing here? And there's even a video of me at a family get-together where he brought it to
It was Christmas.
our parents.
Yeah.
And there's a video of me watching him going, what is this game? He's playing a guitar. Oh, my God, I love that game so much. I'm sorry, this interview was about you guys, wasn't it? Let's see how I can go off on Hey, I can go off on tangents. Believe me, you let me go, I will.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
that was Jen pinching him.
Ow. All right. Let me ask. Let's see. I got a question here. We talked about your gaming past. I gotta ask this one, Hazel. I know you came up with this question, but I'm gonna ask it. Explain the story of Destiny to us, Tasha.
Well, I think what I've gathered, you guys are guardians and fight aliens, and you're protecting the Earth. At least I think so, but I'm not. I'm not real sure. That's about all I know.
Okay.
Pretty accurate.
That is accurate. That's very good. We actually even played it once, didn't we?
I do not get it. I don't get it.
She doesn't get first person shooters.
I do not get first person shooters. I have no idea what you're shooting at. I don't see anything on the screen that you're even shooting at.
She's used to 2-dimensional games like Tetris and stuff like that. So
yeah.
What's the story
The
of
only
Destiny?
shooting games I played as a kid was Duck Hunt.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that is kind of 3D. What's the story of Destiny in your opinion, honey?
I think that you go to other planets and shoot things. Basically.
What's our mission though in our life? In our life in Destiny, what's our mission? What are we trying to do?
Exploit planets for their resources?
What?
I don't know.
Guardians? We're guardians.
You're guarding things?
That's pretty accurate.
You know you get loot and stuff, right?
Yeah, we do farm materials, so I
Okay.
guess she's half right.
I am totally right.
Okay. All right, Hazel.
Now I'm very uncomfortable.
Oh,
You're
Lord.
plunderers.
Now all of a sudden I'm rethinking everything that I've ever done in Destiny. And I'm like, wow, I feel like a dick now.
I'm sorry, IO. maybe I didn't need that.
All of a sudden we just ruined like 3 Discords now with anybody who
I know,
everybody, they're just gonna be like, oh well, fuck Destiny now,
Destiny numbers are gonna plunge.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm playing the man. So, all right. So, here's a question for you, both of you. So, I don't know if you guys were aware of all the stuff that's coming out in gaming about how women are being treated, and that I know that you guys maybe have listened to our episodes and that, where we've had Kitty on, Red Queen, and that. But also, fun fact, apparently Super Smash Brothers just eliminated like 50 of their top streamers or something along those lines for the same thing. Smash
Wow.
Brothers, imagine that.
I didn't hear that.
But what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about what's going on in gaming, or not just gaming, but the true in life as well? Is gaming just a little microcosm of it all? We'll start with Jen.
Well, I wasn't necessarily surprised when I heard about that. I think that is, to me, from what I hear about the gaming world, it is very male-centered, perhaps I could say it that way. And I don't know that women are really respected as gamers. So it was not shocking to me. And I don't necessarily see it as something surprising. Disappointing, yes, but surprising, not necessarily. I mean, that's kind of the way I see it.
That's the truth.
I agree
Yeah.
with Jen. That's not surprising just because it is male dominated. And I kind of, when I was listening to Kitty's interview a couple weeks ago, like I just felt really bad for her that she has to go through changing her voice and that type of thing. So when I heard that, it broke my heart. Yeah, I mean, I I do a lot of women's empowerment work in my coaching business, and I was listening to a podcast actually with Laverne Cox. She's transgender, but a gender woman, And she was interviewed by Brene Brown, and they were talking about this a little bit. And, you think about it, it's, they were saying the worst thing you can call a man is a girl. And I don't know why, but I just feel like that's terrible.
Yeah, agree, definitely.
Well, when I...
And,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just an aside here. When all this first, everyone was getting called out for, things they did against women in gaming. I went to Jen and I said, "Is this really an issue?" And she goes, "I've dealt with this my whole entire life. I mean, I've always, wolf whistles and people, treating women like," I'm not putting words in her mouth, but like pieces of meat or like, something to look at, or I just never had a clue. I mean,
I doubt there's any woman out there that has not experienced on some level, that sort of toxicity. I mean, it's just what you deal with in life as a woman. Yeah. Yeah. I feel strong enough that I can handle things like that. And I've gotten through those times in my life. I feel for my daughter, I don't want her to go through that, but I know that she has as well. So it's something that you deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a heavy topic.
Exactly.
So I thank you for asking it for me, Hazel.
I try not to shy away from anything. That's the thing is, this is our format for blurring the lines a little bit and not just being some cookie cutter podcast that's just, hey, this is what we talk about. We only talk about shiny, happy things and things like that. There's a real world out there that impacts us more than Destiny.
Right.
So,
Norm and I were talking the other night, and I was using the example of something that's always been said, like when you're in baseball, you throw like a girl. It's like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong with throwing like a girl?
Yeah, right. Girls can throw a ball.
Have you ever seen
Exactly.
fast pitch softball? I can't throw it that fast. I think, Red Queen last week had mentioned that.
Red Queen.
Where's Red Queen, wasn't it? She said she used to play
was.
softball, fast pitch. Yeah, I've watched fast pitch softball, and even though the ball is huge, it still comes in so fast. That's got to be pretty tough to hit. But they get all that arm strength. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, all right, I got one here. It's kind of a throwback question, so I gave my wife a heads up so she could start thinking about it. Since I didn't show her show notes. Give us one gaming memory from your past that had an impact on you. We'll start with you, Tasha.
I don't know. I think it was just when I was a kid playing Nintendo with my friends. It was just fun experience. That's when we played. It was usually during sleepovers and stuff like that. So we'd stay up late watching movies, playing games,
Right.
and stuff like that.
A lot of good memories. Yeah. Think of one.
Trying to think of one. That's kind of tough.
Well, our kids, we had a lot of good times.
I think playing video games with the kids, playing the Nintendo Wii, Cookin' Mama and Big Brain Academy and all those, and watching Cameron dance to Raving Rabbids. And, my gosh.
We get that on video, by the way.
Yeah.
He's in his underwear when he does it.
Yeah, we've had some really good family memories with gaming. There have been times when I've been a little over gaming, shall we say?
Yeah.
But most of my memories are really positive.
Yeah, we had a point in our marriage where I was getting way too crazy with gaming, and we kind of had a come to Jesus moment. And let's just say it's a little more regulated now. I have my time that I game, and she has time that she reads books.
That sounds like I'm controlling your life.
No.
I kind of just self-regulated.
Self-regulated. Self-discipline. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just came to the point where it's like he's just going to have to make a decision as to what is most important to him.
Yeah, part of being married. You got to come to those come to Jesus moments. It's where you kind of
Well, it's not just being married, but it's also just any relationship,
Yeah, definitely.
All about priorities.
It's exactly what it is, yeah.
So, you guys have any hobbies other than gaming?
Well,
And we'll start with...
my biggest hobby would be reading. I probably read 3 or 4 books a week. So that is something that I love. Gaming, not quite so much. Maybe a few rounds of, maybe more than a few rounds of Bejeweled. But other than that, it's reading.
Told you, Bejeweled.
It's Bejeweled.
She'll play it while we're watching TV.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly.
Maybe. She's probably playing right now.
Maybe. No, I'm not, I promise.
That's awesome. What's the best book you've read lately?
Oh gosh, lately. I'd have to think about that because I read so many and some really stand out and others are almost like a TV show. Like I just digest it and it's gone. It's like candy. But right now I'm reading something by Curtis Sittenfeld called American Wife, and it's really good. And she has a new one coming out that I'm really excited about. I've got on hold. It's called Rodham, so it's about Hillary Clinton, but in a fictional sort of way. So I'm looking forward to that one. But usually it's mysteries or suspense, but I've tried to break out of that every so often and read something else. Read a different genre.
Yeah. Tasha, go ahead.
I'm a big reader as well. I love to read. I don't read as many as 3 books a week.
It's bad. It's a bad thing.
She can read like a machine, though. I'm like, honey, you're done with that page already? Yeah. She's blowing her hair, and she's flipping through pages on her iPhone. I'm like, wow.
But I've loved to read ever since I was a kid. Like, I think I read, I don't know how many of the Babysitter Club books.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
Like 90 of them, maybe? I don't know. And that was a TV show on Netflix.
Yeah, I know. How crazy is that? And now, I don't know how old your daughter is, but now they have graphic novels. They're Babysitters Club graphic novels.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's new.
She knows books. She buys them for her school.
Well, I work right beside the media center, so I get to see all the good stuff, all the good new stuff.
We didn't mean to cut you off, Tasha. What were your hobbies?
Okay. Oh, you're fine. I read and I walk. I go on my morning walks a couple of days a week. That's my other hobby.
Yeah, we try to do that too.
Love getting up and out in the cooler weather.
You can be
Before
so
it gets to 90 plus.
You can be so stressed. In fact, I was going through some stressful times in my life when my kids were leaving for college, and the family dynamic was changing like overnight, and it really impacted me. And we would take such long walks just to get out all the anxiety. It's such a good medicine. Just walking. It's just some kind of release. I can't explain it, but it's pretty cool. Is it my turn or your turn, Hazel? I forgot.
Your turn, sir.
Okay. Let's go with... Oh, okay. Let's go with this one. Do you have a motto or mantra? And there can be multiple ones if you like to share them with us. Start with you, Tasha.
Okay. Well, a life coach that I follow, she always says, be the woman with the stories, not the regrets. So I kind of live by that.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Oh, mine's not so good.
Just do it.
No, I'm thinking about... It's pretty lame. So The Matrix is a movie it's one of the few movies that I ever remember lines from. And one of the lines in there's that little boy that's in the room with the Oracle, and she, or he says something like, there is no spoon. So whenever I'm having a really hard time and I'm, trying to get my mind off of it, I just say, there is no spoon, there is no spoon. And then it takes my mind off of it and I'm ready to continue on.
I thought it was that line. Mr. Anderson, do you hear that?
No. Oh,
that's
the
the sound of inevitability.
I do love that line. I love that word. It's my favorite word.
It's the best line in Matrix. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I'm such a
Yeah.
fan. It's the one sci-fi movie my wife and I both enjoyed. So
There's a couple.
Yeah.
But that's one of the few.
there's a few. Yeah.
The one that came out in 1998. No.
Yeah. It's we're showing our age, but I don't care.
I like The Matrix too.
Yeah, it's great. I got to see if Elmer Fudd will put that on his movie list for that Netflix movie watching night he has on Fridays. I got to see if he'll put that on the list.
Yeah, that'd be great. It has to be on Netflix, so I don't know if it's on Netflix.
I don't know. That's true. Okay, you're next.
Okay. So, moment of truth. Dun dun. One thing about you that no one knows.
It can be small. It doesn't have to be some giant revelation.
Hopefully your spouse knows this. That's the other thing.
I know a ton of them, but I don't know which one she's gonna share.
Oh, I don't know that he does know this. I probably hide this from him.
What?
Oh.
I can eat an entire family-sized bag of potato chips in one sitting.
Oh, I know that.
Do you know that?
That's her weakness.
No, I hide it. I hide those because it's embarrassing. So that's why we never have chips in the house.
This woman loves salt. And,
It is true.
If you give her some French onion dip
Oh my
and
gosh.
some potato chips,
Yeah.
regular good old potato chips, it's like me and
That's
candy.
so good.
It's like
It's
me and
That's not
candy.
a bad thing. You said
So
that like
good.
it's a bad thing.
Oh, it's
No.
a bad thing.
It is really good.
I could probably weigh 500 pounds if I let myself. If I just ate chips all the time. Because it's a bad thing. Yeah. I hope no one knows that about me. Well, now they do. But that is not something I would typically share with people because it's kind of gross. But, yeah.
All right, Tasha, your turn.
I don't know. Let me think. I guess there is one thing. Norm knows this, but I tend to get like idioms, like when I'm in like I don't know, when I'm not thinking correctly, I guess. I kind of get idioms like confused and I start combining them. So like I'll say like I've said like shit the fan.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. This happens so much.
It happens when I'm flustered. But
Now I know where Hazel gets all his practice when he's snarky to me. Holy shit. Oh, excuse my French.
No. I can't be too snarky to her. She knows where I live.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this happened frequently. So we have a board in our kitchen that we've had since, we got married.
Yeah, since we got married.
And Norm has said things too. So we've added this stuff as well to this board.
Yeah. Like froke out. That's one that I said.
Oh, you write them down?
And we write them down.
Oh, that's classic. Yeah.
I have a whiteboard in our kitchen.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that is a good
That's a
idea.
great idea. Life hacks 101.
I remember one time he was like, I'm just one man with one arm.
And I mean, when you're looking at it from an outside perspective like this, it's basically like my hands were mostly full and I just had one arm and I was just like, I'm one man with one arm. What do you want? So.
Good one. Okay, why don't we take one each, Hazel, and finish it out?
All right.
Mine's not on the list.
Oh boy. All right. Well, then I will go next then again. And what's the last song that you listened to today? Not including the playlist songs.
Today.
And we'll start with Jen.
Mm.
Not including the playlist. Could be something else.
Have I listened to any music today at all?
Well, we're in the car. You were listening to Alt Nation.
Oh. I don't even remember what songs were on today. I don't think I was paying attention.
She was in We Gotta Get
Countertop
mode, yeah.
I listened to on Spotify, I listened to Arabesque Radio, which I'm sure Todd has told you about, because that's where he's getting all my songs, my good songs
in there.
There are some good songs on there. So,
Oops,
yeah.
Did I mention that?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the Editor's song was probably the last one.
Fire
The
and
smokers outside the
Gold.
hospital,
that one.
or
Okay.
whatever that's
Yeah,
called.
that's a good song. That's on our playlist, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's in the, yes, of course it's in the playlist. Oh, stole it.
Burn. All right, Tasha.
I haven't listened to much music today either.
It can be.
I think it was actually, Addie and I were doing Just Dance this evening a little bit earlier. But she played Starships by, who's it by?
Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay.
That counts.
Very cool.
That counts.
That counts, definitely.
All right, mine's probably maybe a little heavy, but I thought about this question today. This is to both of you. What do you think about having a husband that games? This could go so wrong for me, by the way. But what do you think about a husband that games? Yeah. I'll start with you, Tasha.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's all right. I mean, we've had our issues with gaming too in this house, just like you guys said, and no, I've come to terms with it. So if he wants to game, and that's what he likes to do, then what it is what it is. So, if he wants to game, then that gives me time to do what I want to do as well, whether it's reading or going to sleep.
Shoo, you just made that one, Hazel. Good answer. Okay, honey, what's your answer?
I'm very much the same. I've come to terms with it. I think that there were times when I was not on good terms with it, probably when the kids were younger, and I have come to terms with it and actually don't mind it anymore. I know it's a hobby of his, and kind of like what you said, it gives me time to go read, and I don't feel any guilt about it. I go in my room, he plays his games, I'm reading, it's all good. So, yeah, it's fine. It's fine now.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for sharing your story with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for being candid. And I think, Hazel, we got some speedrun questions to do. Times 2, I believe. What are you looking over there for?
I believe so.
The answers aren't over there, babe. Sorry. She's looking at the other monitor like, where's those questions? I'm like, I don't know. They're hidden. We'll do that right after this.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Jinsen Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
Okay, boys and girls, this segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 125 randomly asked questions, and both you ladies here are going to have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and we're going to keep track of how many are asked every week for our featured guests in each episode. The questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order, and you'll have to answer quickly, just whatever comes to mind. At the end of the year, the guest with the most questions answered will win a cool prize, and since we can't include Destiny questions, we're just doing it for fun tonight, and Hazel and I's entertainment, so to speak. Tonight, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from the list. Hazel is the timekeeper and quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final. Sin and Kingsley Mack are still the co-leaders at 26. And I think we'll just swap it when it's time to ask my wife her questions. So, Hazel, you will take my role and ask her the questions next time around. So, all right. Let's start with Tasha. You ready, Tasha?
I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Lefty or righty?
Righty.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Greece.
Apple or Android?
Android.
If you had more time, what would you do with it?
I'd read.
What is your favorite book?
Where the Crawdads Sing.
What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
What's your lucky number?
7.
Would you rather be fast at texting or reading?
Reading.
If you could take one famous person to dinner, who would it be?
The Rock.
Mario or Sonic?
Mario.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunrise.
Thick or skinny fries?
Thick.
Candy bars or chocolate bars?
Both.
Are you ticklish?
Yes.
Favorite cartoon, past or present?
Pokemon.
Hats, yes or no?
Yes.
Pen or pencil?
Pen.
Is racing a sport?
Yes.
Gold or silver?
Silver.
What would be your superpower?
Flying.
Sims games, yes or no?
No.
Is chili soup?
Yes.
Are you afraid of heights?
No.
Pen or pencil? Did I already ask that?
Pen.
cars or motorcycles?
Cars.
Rock, paper, or scissors?
Rock.
All right. Hazel, how did she do?
30.
30? Dang. Sin and Kingsley are
30.
finally dethroned. Oh, damn, but this isn't official. Damn. Sorry. Good job. Good job. That's awesome. All right. Hazel, I think it's your turn to do the speed run. Hold on, let me get my timer set up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good. Whenever you're ready.
All right. So Gator is the QCE. So if you have any questionable answers, Jen, blame him. Okay.
I will.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Pop-Tarts or toaster strudel?
Pop-Tarts.
Cars or trucks?
Cars.
Mac or PC?
PC.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
What is the last musical artist you listened to?
The Editors.
Horror movies, yes or no?
No.
Name one possession you cannot live without.
My husband. My phone! My phone. You're not a
If you
possession.
had more time, what... if you had more time, what would you do with it?
Read.
Who was your most memorable teacher?
Miss Alves.
What is your spirit animal?
A dog.
Would you rather be invisible or fly for a day?
Invisible.
Favorite cartoon, past or present?
Flintstones.
Favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Pineapple on pizza?
No.
Thick or skinny fries?
Skinny.
What is your favorite movie?
Silence of the Lambs.
Smooth or chunky peanut butter?
Smooth.
Water balloon fight or food fight?
Water balloon.
What's your lucky number?
0.
Could you go without your phone for 48 hours?
No.
Pen or pencil?
Pencil.
Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Are you afraid of heights?
No.
Toilet paper roll, over or under?
Over.
What was your first music album?
Dead or alive.
Ink pens, click top or twisty?
Click top.
Playing cards or board games?
Board games.
If you take any one famous person to dinner, what would it, or who would it be?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Who would play you in a movie about your life?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's
Time.
terrible.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Time's up. All right. Good
you
job.
Delete that last question. And that you're my possession. You got to delete that one.
See, you know why I put that question in there, Hazel? Because when
Yeah, I know why.
when I was asked it, I said video games, and she goes, "Not your husband, not your wife."
No, you said your most valuable, like
What's one possession? What's one thing you
The
could
one
not live
thing.
without?
One thing.
And I said video games.
Yeah, one thing.
Thing, but you
Yeah.
changed it to possession, and
Yes,
then I
because
had a
of that
moment.
question, I was almost divorced.
No, you weren't. You're so dramatic.
Well, Jen got
So
30.
you're the QCE, so if you accept those, that's
No,
up to
I
you.
accept those. She got 30 questions as well. You guys tied for first. That's awesome. Awesome job, guys.
Nice.
It was just for fun tonight, guys. Good job. Good job both on both sides. Just want to remind everyone that we have decided to keep the channel labeled Speedrun Question Ideas in our Discord permanently. So if you have an idea for a great speedrun question for next season, which starts in January, add them there. I did want to announce that we are going to have a drawing at the end of the year for all the entries that were put there, and we're giving away a $25 gift card, just our little way of saying thanks. And if you want to put multiple ones in there, we'll take your best 5 that Hazel and I deem are the best, and all 5 of those will go into the drawing. So I guess the main thing is try to get 5 in there, if you can think of 5 that aren't already in our speed run, and we will go from there. Good luck, everybody, and again, thank you for participating with us. All right. Well,
Definitely.
we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight. We would normally go on and talk about the TWA, but I think me and you are going to do that later, Hazel. So to keep the ladies here interested in the show and not fall asleep when we talk about Destiny, let's decide to go to our Discord questions for our guests, and I guess us too. We'll do that right after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time of the week where we answer our questions from our community, our Discord, and sometimes Twitter. And our first one we actually have is from Uncle Scumdeath, and he used our new SpeakPipe. So we're going to listen to it right now.
Hey guys, question for the show. As some of you may remember, years ago, I've told this story before, but years ago, I thought I had anal dreads. So, I got the beard trimmer down by the arsehole and had a trim up, but there was actually hemorrhoids, so I caused myself quite a lot of injury there. So, these hemorrhoids, they've been annoying me for many years now. They just won't seem to go. They're just irritating. So my question to you is, what irritates you in your life that you just can't seem to bloody get rid of? Love the show. Happy 1 year anniversary, guys. Love it. Can't wait to listen to this one. Make it about 5 hours long, please. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, Scott, the look on my wife's face right now after that question.
No, I hear those questions every
look.
week. Yeah.
What's that?
I hear those questions every week.
She's used to them. She's used to them. Okay, well, let's pass that question to you two first. I guess, what is something that you just can't seem to correct or get rid of in your life? I guess that was the question, right?
Or annoy. Or something that annoys you.
Yeah. Right. After his very colorful story.
The greatest story ever.
Okay, I'll go first. I don't know. Mine is I have scoliosis, so mine is like my hip. Like, that's always going to be a pain for me, and it will never go away. It's just going to get worse.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yep.
Hazel?
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's for all of us.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if Jen was going to go next.
No, you go. You two, and then we'll ask.
Okay, all right. So, damn, I had something witty I was going to say about her and her scoliosis. I was going to say when she gets bad, I'm just going to put her down and then get a new one.
Thanks a lot.
Oh.
But for something that annoys me that I just can't do without, like, right now, I mean, it used to be my commute, but now I don't have to worry about that. So I don't know. Life's pretty good right now.
Yeah, you think that's going to be permanent?
At least until January.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yes and no.
Think of the fuel you'll save and the wear and tear on your vehicle. That's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. All right, Mrs. Gator, what's your answer?
I can't think of anything that really annoys me all the time. Like, I don't know.
In life? Like,
in life?
It bugs you that it's just something you have to
Not
deal
like
with?
Gator.
Oh, I've got plenty. I'm going to give her a chance to answer.
Yeah, I try not to let things get to me too bad. Maybe, you know what? Kind of like you, Hazel. I've got a news app too, and I read that every day. And that's probably the one thing that annoys me. But I can't not read it. I feel like I have to read it every day. Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Can't live without it, but hate reading it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that scab on your arm. You just got to keep picking it, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's very simple. This is something I deal with every day, and I try to get adjusted once a month to help with it. But I had a car accident when I was a lot younger, and I have arthritis in my neck and in my lower back. I've done X-rays. It's there already. So my neck gets really out of whack a lot, and my lower back when I wake up out of bed. We're due for a new mattress. So those are the two nagging things that just seem to never go away. It seems just something I'm gonna have to live with, like Mrs. Hazelnut said there. All right. Well, we're done with the speed pipe questions. Let's go to our questions that our Discord has sent us. And Hazel, do you want to go first? You want me to pick one?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
So, Grugrux43. Question for the Mrs. How many projects have not been finished at home because of video games? Uncomfortable laugh. I love it.
Nervous laugh.
No,
I don't know that they've never been done, but a lot of times it just takes a long time for some things to get done. Like I've asked Norm a couple times to hang up pictures and stuff like that. And it takes a while.
Yeah, I would say our entire house is a project that is never done. And that was before we started remodeling the kitchen. Someone started painting the outside of the house about, 3 months ago. And that's still on hold. So, yeah. I guess we can blame video games. Yeah, I will definitely blame video games. And his phone.
My phone?
Your phone.
I am bad with
yeah.
I'm bad with the phone.
He's like a teenage girl, I swear. Yeah. It's bad.
Thanks a lot, Gru. You're my hero.
Yeah, he's got another one in here, too. Why don't we just get that one out of the way, too?
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's find out how much marriage therapy costs.
Well, Gru, let's go ahead and ask it. Gru had another question, a second half. It says, question for the better halves of these two knuckleheads. Do you have any hobbies? I think we kind of went on that, but maybe answer it again.
Any other hobbies?
Any other hobbies?
For me, I would say like podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to yours, and I listen to Brene Brown. I don't know if you guys have heard of her.
Yeah.
But I listen to her podcasts and others.
I would say that maybe HGTV would be a hobby of mine. I watch a lot of that, maybe too much, and maybe that's why we have a lot of unfinished projects around the house, because I get too many ideas. So that's probably another hobby.
That's awesome.
All right. Next question, Hazel.
All right. So, jealous. Question for the missuses. Has there ever been an embarrassing moment where you thought, yup, I married this?
And just for the record, I asked Jealous in Discord how much time you got.
Jen?
Oh, my. Yeah. Pretty much when he talks.
Oh, God. This could be bad.
That sounded bad, but...
Aw, I can feel the love.
No, I know what she's getting at here, and go ahead, hon.
It's when you talk over people, and no one can get a word in, or they start to get a word in, and then he talks right over them. And I'm just like, Todd, dude, come on, man. But I married him. He's mine. So.
Yeah, I've admitted on several episodes that has been a fault of mine. So, yes, I am working on it. I am working on it, honey. I am. I really am.
You're working on it.
I would say ever since I've been podcasting that I've been a lot better at letting people talk. Come on, a little bit.
Little?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Thank you. I'll take that. Okay. That was from Jealous. Thank you, Jealous.
What about Mrs. Hazelnut?
Oh, Mrs. Hazelnut. Yes.
Wait, Sasha.
No.
You ready for wine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
Moving on.
Well, Mr. Hazel here, he's kind of Mr. Anal Retentive. So, I'll find him every once in a while in the kitchen reorganizing our spices. I don't know. Reorganizing our pantry.
That's really sweet.
But that's not why I do it, though. It's not to be sweet. It's because it frustrates me to no end when I can't find something that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, why is the sage next to the oregano?
Yeah, it's all alphabetical.
Yeah, it's all alphabetical.
Oh, that's so nice. I like that. I like it.
Yeah. That's just one of the things.
He likes to alphabetize his DVDs, too.
By genre. Yeah. Yeah. It can get bad sometimes, but, it's all for a good cause because I like knowing where stuff is.
It is.
Just for the record, I never talked over anybody that entire question.
High five.
High five.
Were you muted?
Nope. No, actually, I forgot my drink. I got to get up and go get my drink. Hey, but I'm still taking credit. Okay. Thank you for that, Jealous. Good question. I've got one from Chubby Wizard here. Thanks, Chubby, for sending us in. Question for Mrs. Gator and Mrs. Hazel. Do you ever play video games with your husbands? If yes, what games? If not, would you ever consider it? Thanks, love the show. We'll start with you, Tasha.
I've watched Norm play video games, but we don't really play together.
We did the Jackbox games.
Well, we did the Jackbox games.
You don't know Jack? The game?
Yeah.
Oh, we used to play those at night on the computer. Those are so
Every once in a while we play Uno.
Yeah. And cuss at the computer.
Yeah.
Fucking draw 4, the last card. Bullshit. It's like the worst person on earth besides Hitler.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what else, though. I don't know. Well, we played Guitar Hero in the past. That was always fun.
Yeah, we tried Overcooked, and that was a cluster because if anybody ever wants to play Overcooked with your spouse or significant other, make sure that you actually talk to each other, because that's the part that we were missing, and we just got mad and like even more mad at each other because we weren't talking and we were just trying to do the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, talk. That's the key thing to that game.
That is a fun game. Yeah, but it is stressful. I played it with my son, and I kind of got yelled at. So, we've definitely played video games in the past. Not really currently, because I do not have any desire to play first-person shooter?
First-person shooter.
Yeah, that's not my jam. So, I do not want to play that.
You know, if I ever got Nintendo, what's it? The new Nintendo, the Switch.
Now
I would love to play Tetris. Was it Tetris War or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, I might play it. If we ever got a Nintendo Switch, I might play that.
That would be the one game I would look forward to playing. I saw a streamer playing it one. I think it was one of the Destiny streamers was playing it. My gosh, I can't think of his name now, but it was a lot of fun. It looked like a lot of fun. You pay 100 people at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really stressful, though.
Drink. Because Gator is never going to play it.
Drink. Yep.
Oh, I just thought of the Wii. I forgot. We used to play on the Wii a lot.
Yeah.
We played the tennis game and the bowling.
Oh, yeah. Bowling.
Wii bowling.
It was always fun.
Oh, man. I hated that bowling game.
I would actually
put... boxing game.
Oh, I would always put a spin on the ball, and it would always backfire me because I would spin it the wrong way or something. It was fun, though. We played so many we played so many video games with our kids when they were growing up, so they've got a good dose of video games. And my daughter, I would say, plays a lot of Sims games. She's into like
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, building stuff. And
nice.
my son he's into all kinds of. You've heard my son, he was on the show several episodes ago, and he likes RPGs. He does a lot of computer gaming now, so they both have got good backgrounds in video games.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Well,
nice.
Yeah, Addie's playing Pokemon Go.
Oh, we know.
So, yeah, and I'm knee deep in Pokemon Go, and coincidentally, so is Tasha. Yeah, she's gotten involved too, and it's I think she's even got my mother-in-law involved too. So she's like just a con artist, I guess.
Wow. Well, I've got 2 questions left, so you take one and I'll take one, whichever one you want there, Hazel.
All right. So we'll go out with a good question here. So, I'll let you have the good question here.
Okay.
So, Drafty, my mom was just laid off 2 weeks from retirement. However, now she gets 36 weeks of severance. Have you ever had something good or something that's usually bad turn out good?
Good question.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You guys got an answer?
I have an answer. I can go.
Okay.
This was I don't know how many years ago. It was a few years ago, but I was in a car accident. It wasn't my fault. I was with a Hummer, and I was in a Honda, my white Honda Accord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he took off. I was trying to make a left turn. And he came over, like, swiped off basically my whole passenger side. It's all scratched off. He took off my rear view mirror and everything. But anyway, so had to deal with all that car accident. Police came and all that stuff. We went through through the insurance. I called my insurance about it and everything. Anyway, so at the end of it, I don't know, my insurance could never find him. They never could prove his insurance, that he had insurance. They tried to find him numerous times. About a year later, I get a call from my insurance, and they were like, "We're going to be sending you $1,000 deductible in the mail."
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were like, they found him and everything else. And we were like ready to go for a trip, I think. And that was like the money that we used for the trip, basically.
So, yeah.
And it was just like the perfect timing and everything.
Oh, wow. That was good.
Yeah, I remember being at work and getting this call like a year later. "Oh, we're going to be sending you $1,000. I'm like,
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
I can't. Do you think of one?
I can't think of anything. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's something I really have to put some thought into.
Something usually bad actually turn out good. I might have to think about this. I saw this question earlier and I was stumped as well.
Yeah, same here. I was trying to think about this. And
maybe my other car accident in your car. You got a new car out of it.
Huh? Yeah, that's true.
I was in that car accident in the Jeep.
Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. That was not good. Getting a new car is never a good thing, especially when you just paid it off like 2 days or 2 weeks beforehand.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. It was in one of our shows. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've got one.
What?
Our Peninsula had a leak in our dishwasher, and it sped up because it hit all the particle board, crappy 1980s countertop and cabinets. It totally just destroyed our little Peninsula in our kitchen, and the good that happened from it is it sped up our desire to get our kitchen done. So
I don't know if I could say that was a good thing because I had to live with that for like 2 years.
But it lit the fire.
It was a slow burning fire.
But it lit the fire. That it lit a fire in us that we saved the money up and got this done. So yeah, I would consider that a good thing turning out of something bad. Now I will mention this: we were yanking up tile, and the spores from, I guess, the fungus that grew underneath that. This is so gross, but there were spores fingering under our tile in our kitchen floor. It was so gross.
It was beyond gross. It was like living in Stranger Things.
And what did I do? I said, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was this bad.
And I told him it was this bad. Like, I've been telling you for 2 years, it's this bad.
She was like, I'm gonna get sick from black mold. I said, honey, there's no black mold in this house. There's mildew, but there's no black mold.
Oh, well, that's better.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
You live in Florida. I mean, it's everywhere you turn, it's humid. It hits you in the face. So, of course, you're going to have some mildew a little bit here and there.
I disagree with that.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
Good question, Drafty. Thank you for sending in, buddy. I will finish out on a good note here. This is from Uncle Scumdeath. He says, yesterday I was weeding a flower bed. A lady came up to me and said how much she appreciates the work I do to keep the park looking nice for people to enjoy. That is why I get up for work every morning. When was the last time you were proud of the job that you do for a living? Who wants to go first on this one? Don't all speak up at the same time. I'll start off. What the hell? I'll start off. I'm self-employed, as probably I've said a million times. And I treat houses, lawns, for houses for termites or whatever. And here in Florida, it's plenty busy. And every job I do, I turn around and look at it before I go. And I'm like, yep, this house is good now. I can move on to the next house. So I'm proud every day I'm working and doing what I do. I take my time doing it. I take pride in what I do. And that's probably why I've been doing it for 25 plus years now. So that's my answer.
That's a good one.
I just pictured the little old lady from Poltergeist going, "This house is cleansed."
This house is clean. Anybody else got an answer?
Well, I'm a life coach for women. I help moms, and I'm just proud of the work that I do with women. You know, every time I get to help a woman come home to herself and find happiness and joy in her life. I mean, that's something you can never replace.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, good answer. Hazel, you got an answer?
Jen?
Or Jen?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go for it.
Go for it, Jen.
I'm a curriculum resource teacher, so one of the things that I do is I get things for people. And something that I've been working on for probably about 6 months is classroom library books, and I've got probably about 100 books for every teacher, and that I've been working on sorting out and getting ready for them for the upcoming school year. And it makes me so happy when I see it laid out, and I'm excited for the teachers to get those. And so yeah, that makes me feel really excited and happy about the job that I've been doing on that.
All right, Hazel.
Nice. Mine is pretty much like at least once a day I get at least one person to tell me thank you so much, because with me working for a bank and that I take the time to explain stuff to people that nobody ever explains to anybody. You know, if you're calling a bank for a reason, you don't know something about your account or where your money's going. So it's my job to tell you about like where it went, why it went there, and stuff like that. And people are always like, wow, I never knew that that's how that worked. I never knew how interest accumulated on a loan, or how it impacted it, or how I can pay this better to make it, more advantageous for me. And it's just so fulfilling to hear that.
Very nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'd say we all have pretty rewarding jobs, it sounds like. Okay, well, I have to mention a faux pas I had, and I'm gonna ask this question because I accidentally deleted it a couple shows ago. This question was from Jealous, and he asked, "Is there a song that you play in the morning to get you going?" I'm paraphrasing because I deleted it. I will just answer first and say, "Deadhead" by Devin Townsend Project gets me going every morning. My wife is so tired of hearing this song. She goes, "I don't like the screaming. I don't like the screaming."
I don't like screaming.
I
music.
love Heavy Devi is the best. I love his music. And thank you, Agent H. He's the one who turned me on to this guy, and I cannot turn back. It's such good music. Gets me pumped. So who else? Who has a song that gets you going in the morning?
I have a song. For a while I had it on our Amazon Alexa to wake me up in the morning. I think Norm's probably pretty sick of this song too, but it's by Fits in the Tantrums. It's called, I think he mentioned on one of the podcasts a while back, but it's called I Just Want to Shine. But there's a really good line in that, and he says something like, "Wake up." What is it now? I can't think of it.
I'm thinking TikTok, actually. Wake up in the morning. Sorry.
I can't think of it.
Don't judge me, listeners.
It's like, he says something like, "Stay out of my mind because it's dangerous." That's what I want to think in the morning. Like, yeah, I don't want negative thoughts to bog me down during the day. So that's my song.
Yeah. When I really need some energy or something to just get me going, I like Coldplay, Something Just Like This. That's with another band too, like the Chainsmokers or something. I can't remember.
Done a remake of it, yeah.
I can't remember. Anyway, I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song. It's got a lot of energy to it. I like the words. Yeah.
Nice.
Hazel.
Yes, I listen to because I actually have a playlist, and it's pretty much all the songs that I've added to our playlist, and then all the songs that I want to add at some point in the future. And I just put that on, and I just think about like either if it's a song that I've already added to the playlist, then I think about that episode. So
Oh, that's cool.
that all of the songs kind of get me going there.
That's good. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for submitting your questions to us. We do appreciate everything you guys do every week, sending us questions. That being said, let's move on to our final segment before we let the ladies go. And that is our song choices for our Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify and iTunes. Just a little sprinkling of what all of us like to listen to here. And Hazel, I think you'll agree. Let's let the ladies give us their songs first. Let's start with Tasha.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
No? Okay.
Of course.
I know. Play along, man. Come on, play along. All right. Tasha, why don't you go first? What are your 2 songs you're adding to our playlist tonight?
Okay, so my first song is also by Fits and the Tantrums. It's called All the Feels. And I really like this song because, I don't know, it's just about connection, wanting a deeper connection with people and that type of thing. And it's just a feel-good song. And I really like it. The other song that I want to choose is called Heart Out Here. It's a song by Lily Allen from 2014. And I really wanted to pick this song because of all of the stuff that's been going on in your community. If you listen to it, you'll know why. But it's all about women's empowerment, and I think you guys will enjoy it.
Can't wait to listen to it. Awesome. Thank you. All right, Jen, what'd you add?
Well, I added 2 songs. I picked these, first of all, because I love them, but they're both songs that when I listen to them, I get goosebumps, which to me is just a mark of a really great song. And the first one I chose was Hurt by Johnny Cash. I love the 9 Inch Nails version, but the one by Johnny Cash just is so haunting, poignant. I don't know. I just think of it as him looking back on his life, and it just gives me goosebumps. And the other one that I chose was Wayfaring Stranger by Jack White. I love Jack White, and I love this song, and the combo of that is just, it's incredible. His voice is amazing on it, and I just really love that sort of folk song. Yeah, I love them, both of them.
Good choices.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I heard him before she added him, so I approve. Hey, I steal her choices half the time, so she should be used to it by now. Hazel, what do you got for us, buddy?
Well, real quick, before Mrs. Gator leaves, I just wanted to say that I don't know if you saw this or not, or if he told you this, but I was like, hey, can she do all your picks every week?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Come on. Believe me, some of these picks tonight, actually both of these picks tonight I'm choosing, she had no idea about these.
Oh,
you know
I haven't
what though?
seen them yet.
You know what though? What we should do is we should give her like her own pick, one song every week, the same way that Ben does for Potato Thumbs.
Well, what about your wife? That would leave her out. Maybe we can.
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, okay.
Norm doesn't like my music.
If she wants to do it, I'm down for that. Since Ben does it for Potato Thumbs podcast.
Well, I'm totally up for that.
Okay, then that'll be a thing from now on, listeners. We'll have a third song, not from me, but a third song that my wife will add every week. Cool. No pressure.
Awesome.
I got this.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow. She's a professional.
Yeah. not like me.
So my 2 songs are, one of them is because this is our 1 year episode, but it's more so about you guys, the listeners. It's not about us. We wouldn't be here, honestly, if it weren't for y'all. So, I had to go with Celebrate by Anderson .Paak.
Oh. And
my second song is a song that's been drilled into my head for probably 16, 17 episodes, maybe a little bit longer than that. And it's Born to Be a Winner. It's the Pokemon theme song from the season that's on right now. So, yeah.
My wife's laughing.
It is stupid catchy.
She saw your
It is so catchy.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in my head every night.
It does. I just start singing along. It's it's terrible.
That's a pretty good message, though.
It's only like 37 seconds long, though. So
really? Okay. Oh, can't wait to hear it.
I am not going to listen to that because it will get stuck in my head.
Nah, I'll be fine. I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
Do it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hazel. Well, for my first pick, this artist left 9 Inch Nails as a touring guitarist to start his own thing, which became the American rock band from Cleveland, Ohio in 1993. After releasing 2 back-to-back platinum albums, this third album was a stellar one as well, but was stalled due to, of course, alcohol and drug problems with the said artist, which is where I chose my song from, ironically. So from their third album, The Amalgamate, in 2002, my song is Where Do We Go From Here by the rock group Filter. A really great grunge group back in the day, and their solo guitars and their melodies are just top-notch. And it just popped up in my all-time playlist, and I said, oh man, I can't believe we don't have a Filter song. We got to add a Filter song. So for my second pick, this is a new group I found on a Devin Townsend radio playlist on Spotify. This prog rock group is from Warsaw, Poland, but they formed way back in 2001. This band could be defined as a mix of atmospheric rock and metal elements. This song is from their 6th studio album, Love, Fear, and the Time Machine, and the song I chose is Lost from the group Riverside. These guys have a really unique sound, and as you guys probably figured out, I like groups with unique sounds. So, well, Hazel, I think we've come to the end of the portion of the show where the ladies are talking with us. I gotta say, you guys were champs tonight. I was really a little nervous. We were going to get exposed, Hazel. I'm sorry. I'm talking about me, I guess. And
I really don't care. I'm like, hey, this is what you see is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't want the curtain to be drawn back and see. Well, we're just regular guys like everyone else. We all have our struggles and deal with our own things. And I thank you both, Jen, Tasha, for coming on tonight because. Hey, Daisy. Actually, both our dogs are laying down between us right now as well, but they have clanky collars, but they're just old sleepers. They just sleep.
Aww.
But thank you both for coming on tonight. I really can't thank you guys enough. You are kind of the assistant producers of our show. You give us so much feedback, and I have to personally thank Tasha for taking the PlayStation 4 cord from Hazel so he would pay attention. How many video games he's played?
You are so welcome.
All the video games he's gotten in while we were podcasting. I mean, I don't mind that as long as he's on point, knows what to say. I don't care. But thanks for coming on the show tonight, guys. Anything you guys want to say before you leave?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks. That was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
I actually, I was wondering if you guys would be up for something really quick. You and Hazel.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I had a couple questions for you guys, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Sure. As long as Hazel can answer them first, I get time to think about
it. Okay. Sure.
All right, go for it. I'm good. I'll play.
All right, cool. It's only a couple. I only have a couple.
Okay.
That I was thinking about.
I hope you can hear the papers turning.
Yeah, we can hear them.
Where did I have that?
She's got show notes of her own, Hazel.
Oh yeah, she does. Speed run questions too.
3 pages of notes. But anyways, how are you guys feeling about your year anniversary? It's one on my head.
Oh man, good question. Hazel?
Like I said before, I'm just happy to be here. Our community is second to none. We've got our mods with Chris 3711. We've got H, J, Warcry. Those guys are champs in there.
And Chubby, don't forget Chubby.
H showing pictures of his meat.
Yeah, he likes to smoke meat. Oh, there's a soundbite.
Yeah. It's just the group of people that we have are just second to none. And if it weren't for them, we would have died out a long time ago.
Yeah. Amen to that. It just seems like yesterday when I said Hazel, I think I DM'd you after we were in the Distinguished Gentleman podcast Discord, and all these, that's when they were deciding to leave and not podcast. And they still podcast a little bit on and off, and I love it when they do that, by the way. And everyone was throwing our names around, like, because we kind of had a banter in the not in the Discord, but in the PS4 clan chat, and we just kind of. Yeah. We just kind of hit it off, and we didn't know each other from Adam. I mean, I came from an older gaming clan, and you've talked about how you came into the Dad's Tales arena,
mm-hmm.
and I still I feel like it's just yesterday that I DM'd you and said, "Hey, what do you think about doing a podcast?" Because I've never ever done one before, and I was asking, "Do you have any experience doing a podcast?" And you said something about, I think you and your wife had done a story podcast, I think. Am I correct there?
We would just wrote it out and that kind of thing, and never really took it anywhere. But
sure. And I have to refer back to your comment about the community. I open my Discord every morning. I just can't believe that we have all these people who decide to stop by and say hey to us. I remember when me, you, and Hazel set this Discord up, and there were 3 people in the Discord. That was us. And holy shit, now look at us. We've got a lot more people, and I hope it continues to grow. I hope we continue to meet people and new people that love Destiny like we do. Yeah. So that's kind of the way I feel about it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Also,
she fell asleep.
Second and last question. Second and last question. Do you guys have a favorite memory from the podcast from the past year?
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I have a soundbite that I have of Hazel, and I'm going to play it tonight when the show ends, as we usually do on our outtakes, where Hazel did a death cry where he went, "Oh!" I'm like, what the hell was that? I think it was like on episode 3. I think it was at the very beginning. And I said, oh my God, I hope I was recording that. And I still remember that I just got it in a file. It says Hazel death cry. So I was like,
oh God, help me.
It was so funny when I heard it. But yeah, that's a good memory. I got so many, I'm just flooding my head right now, but I want to let Hazel answer.
I'm just thinking back at all the interviews and everything, but the one memory that I'll pretty much always remember and I'll always have, and I still actually play to this day, is one of Easy's. One of the skits that I did, it was the Xanafan 7-Eleven episode.
Okay.
And I wrote this out and I sent it out to everybody, and everybody was like, all right, I'm on board, let's do it. And Easy ad-libbed this one part about, because I said something about, basically like, hey, we're going to do this, and, we had to sign a waiver on when we did Potato Thumbs and about not liking seasonal beers. And Easy read that and he goes, and that's just bullshit. And I still listen to that to this day. There's that intro, and I just laugh every time. And I laugh as hard as I did. I mean, the last time I listened to it as the first time.
I remember back to our intro, our episode 0, where Easy at the end says, "So everybody hop on in and join our disc." And the first episode 1. When I heard you say, "Oh yeah," and we're not going to talk about a hop in again, Easy, or something like that, I knew the magic was there. I knew the magic was there. It was really good. So
yeah, how he was always talking about hopping in and everything else.
That Texas thing, the Wild West or something. I don't know. Yeah, good question.
You guys have a favorite interview?
Yeah, I can remember mine exactly. It was, I think it was episode 8 or 9. It was when we had Jay, aka Gear Dad, and this is not to take away from all of our great guests, But it was a very heavy conversation, and it literally brought me to tears. I was shaking after we had talked with him. So, God, I still remember that. I haven't played it. I haven't played it back in a while because it just gets me emotional when I listen to it. But he is such a light. He is such a shining, bright person. He's always so positive when I talk to him, and anytime I talk with him, he's always right there for us. So, yeah,
he is. I mean, that was one of my favorite episodes too. I mean, just to pick one, just to cheese the system a little bit here, I would say that two of mine. One would be Chris 3711.
Oh yeah,
because there was a part that.
Oh, I remember.
Not throwing Gator under a bus.
I know what you're going to say.
Not throwing Gator under a bus.
I know what you're going to say.
But there, I remember this because Gator did not record it. And we talked for maybe 30 minutes.
Yes.
And it was awesome. It was just great to just talk to Chris and get to know him, get to know his story and everything else. And then Gator goes, "Oh shit.
I did hit the record button." I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry. We're going to have to do that again.
And the second time we did it, it wasn't the same as the first.
It was lost. We lost it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just one of those moments that I'll always remember and I'll always treasure.
Yeah.
So, and then the other one had to be Kitty Fails.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Had to be. I mean, just her whole story about, throwing down a bowl to falling out of a window. I mean, just everything about her story, and then just being an awesome Sherpa, which I got to experience, and that it was just, those were two of my favorites.
I got to give an alternate. I tell you, I didn't think this episode would go well, but when my son, Cam, came on the show and talked about gaming with us, it really went so smooth. It went a lot smoother than I thought it would, because you look at your son as a young kid still, you never really feel that he grew up, and when he came on and he was very charming and handled himself really well, I kind of came to the realization that, hey, he's a grown up now, he can handle himself. I don't have to worry anymore. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Those are great questions. Never would have thought of doing that. That was a great idea, Tasha.
Sorry to spring it on you guys, but I was thinking about it and I was like, well, they should talk about their experience on the podcast a little bit.
Yeah, no one's here to ask us that, so yeah, thank you for that. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Well, ladies, thank you very much, both of you. You guys really are the unsung heroes of our podcast, because without you guys, we don't have a podcast. I mean, you guys have to shed the time. I'm sure you have to take on more of the little kid responsibilities, Tasha, when it's podcast night. I do appreciate you sitting and maybe carrying a little more of the load that night when we have to podcast for into the wee hours. And my wife, I mean, she knows it's podcast night, and she has her night planned to watch some TV shows, catch up on that or whatever, and it's really great. So, anything else to add, Hazel?
No, just thank you both so much for everything you do.
Thanks for having us. That was fun.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Well, then that will bring us to our next segment. We'll be talking about this week at Bungie. All right, Hazel, this week at Bungie, a little bit of some new news, huh?
Just like one or two things. Nothing major, though.
Okay.
So...
Understatement.
Nothing major, meaning like, bombs going off.
Right.
But, so in the lesser of extravagant news here, Grandmaster Difficulty Nightfalls will be unleashed with update 2.9.0.
Wait a minute. Aren't you forgetting? Aren't you forgetting something? initially that we need to mention to our listeners? No?
I was going to touch on the other part later, after the Grandmaster Nightfall.
Okay. All right, go ahead. I'm following. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because the other part is going to be more impactful.
Okay, I got you.
Say?
I got you.
Because for the 10 people that are going to do Grandmaster Nightfalls, this impacts them.
Okay.
So so this so Grandmaster Nightfalls will be available Tuesday, July 21st. And this is to those 10 people. So go for it and be awesome and kick ass.
Good. Go get him. Go get him, Dado.
Hey, you give Dado some shit, but Dado put out a video today about the other part of the Destiny news.
Okay.
And he had a really good point, and I'll touch on that after we go through that.
Okay.
So I was looking over the Grandmaster Nightfall part, though, and they never said what the difficulty is going to be, or not the difficulty, but what the cap's going to be. So we'll have to see where that fits, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the weird part there. All right. So keep an eye out for Tuesday Reset. That. Then the other piece of news is pretty much Bungie decided to delay Beyond Light until November 10th.
I guess like 6 weeks.
November.
I guess 6 weeks. What was it? Do you remember what the original release day was? Was it September 26th?
Yeah, it was original. Wasn't it early September, I thought?
I can't remember now. All I know is I pre-ordered it, and I just figured September it's coming. So now it's November.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's November 10th. They're going to leave Season of Arrivals still in play until then. The other thing is basically that they're just extending out Season of Arrivals. So they're going to include Festival of the Lost is going to be coming out. That's going to be running October through November.
October 8th? Is that 6th? I need my readers. October 6th, I think. Through the November 3rd.
October 6th. Yeah, it begins on October 6th and ends on, I want to say, November 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
They're also extending out Moments of Triumph until, I want to say, November 10th, actually.
Yeah.
Until the whole thing is over.
All the way.
And then pretty much, I mean, they're going to do a couple of other things with increased Valor, increased Infamy. One thing said increased Redacted. No idea what the fuck that means.
See, Valor? Maybe, I don't know. Enhancement cores. Increased enhancement core drop. That'll work.
Bullshit. But besides that, though, they're going to have a few additional Iron Banners going on in September and November.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then... What?
I can't wait.
Oh, shit. Anyway... they're going to have a couple surprises. So here's hoping for something that's not going to suck. I'm hoping for a dungeon or something light. A dungeon light, maybe a new strike. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but they're going to do something there. But yeah, so... and this is all mainly because of COVID, and they can't make it into the office to play test things and that. But you mentioned Dado, and here's the thing, is that he put out a video today about it, and yes, I'm still one of the people that still watches Dado videos.
I do watch him as well, just for the record. I just haven't watched this one.
Yeah, but what he said is the question that was asked to him was, are they taking this 6 weeks to add more stuff to Beyond Light? Now, my immediate thought, hell no. What the fuck can you add to a video game in 6 weeks?
Yeah, I still think this is because
all just play testing.
I think this is for consoles, new consoles. I think it really is.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think this is just play testing and bug crushing and things along those lines.
Yeah,
I think that Bungie is. I mean, they're doing what they can working from home, but they just need to touch up some things, because 6 weeks in the grand scheme of things is not a long time. I mean, I don't know what they could add in 6 weeks.
All they can do is bug test and play test better. I heard how they play test. They actually use Stadia, a special server in Stadia, to do their play testing, because they were trying to figure out how, now that they can't go to the office to play test stuff, how are they going to do it? With linked, LAN systems and stuff they have all hooked up. They all do it from a server now. That's the one good thing it came out of Stadia, right?
Yeah, I've heard that that Stadia crowd is growing. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a good thing. Yeah. But I just hope that Google doesn't pull the plug on it too soon. So
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that was just have a feeling that the game is mostly done. Beyond Light, but they just need to play test it and crush some bugs and that kind of thing. Okay. That's what Dado said as well. And I was just like, hey, I feel like I'm on the same page.
All right, so here's the question: is that new engine coming out? Maybe they're play testing.
For fuck's sake!
Maybe they're play testing that new engine. No. I swear, I smell a new engine coming. I don't know. That was one of my guesses. We'll see.
Trust me, man. I hope that you're right. I really, truly do. But there's no way in hell that they're doing that.
I hate to say it, but you're usually right in this situation. But I'm hoping that Bungie proves you wrong this one time.
I'm hoping so too. I really am hoping, though. I'm hoping that they prove me wrong too, because I would love to see a little bit of a new engine. Because you figure they trimmed the fat with getting rid of, some of these planets and everything. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think they have the manpower. And then with COVID-19, I think that they were just like, fuck, I think it is something that is on their radar that they want to do, but just not right now.
All right. We'll have to see, I guess.
So, so there's that. How are you going to spend those 6 weeks? Are you going to still be in Destiny? Or are you going to be trying new stuff out? Because pretty much, 6 weeks is a long time. Well, it's short in development time, but it's long in gaming time.
Hopefully Bungie realizes that they're now going up against Cyberpunk. That they got to think about that. We're only going to have, I think I heard, 9 days before Cyberpunk comes out from the new DLC. The Bungie's putting out.
Cyberpunk doesn't get pushed
well,
again,
that's true, but I will definitely be playing that game, and that might be one game that draws me from Destiny. There's not many that do. I'm probably. I'll be honest. I have 2 other accounts I haven't even touched because I've just been trying to level up my light. But I feel like I need to get those. I paid for those season passes on both of those accounts, so I want to get the season pass rewards, especially the Sword and the Cold Denial Pulse. So that extra time, I'm probably going to do that, even though probably going into Beyond Light, if it's what I think it's going to be, I'm not going to have any time for another account. I'm going to have to stick with my Gator account, but I do have 2 other accounts I play around with. So that's probably what I'm going to do, make sure I get all the Moments of Triumph done. And I was looking at the roadmap here, now that they gave us a little bit more of a roadmap. They've been pretty quiet about that. And the fact that they extended Moments of Triumph, I'll make sure I get everything done there. And then Solstice of Heroes is going to go from August 11th to September 8th. That's basically a month. So I'm going to make sure I get all the gear on all 3 characters like I did last year. Everyone told me I was crazy, and I did it anyway, especially Easy. I remember Easy was like, well, good luck. I remember him saying that. Even to this day, I remember him saying that. And I'm still going to do it because I like the gear. And I'm looking at this picture of this ornament on the Warlock. I'm like, wow, if that is an ornament on this new armor, I'm gonna be busy. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, quite frankly, this is gonna sound blasphemous, but I actually have not played Destiny since Sunday morning, since I turned off the PlayStation 4 at 5:15 a.m. Sunday morning. When I turned it off after raiding with Kitty, I have not played Destiny since then.
Raid's gonna take a lot out of you.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that I might be burnt out just for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm like, me not playing in, almost a week. I'm kind of like, wow, this is kind of nice in a way. I'm like, I want to go on and I want to do like the mission and that kind of thing, but I'm kind of like, at the same time, like, it's kind of nice. It's kind of freeing to kind of take a break and do some other things and that kind of thing. So
I thought about it. I thought about jumping into Warzone and starting to play more Call of Duty and just to get. I don't want to be burnt out but here's the thing though. I don't think I'm gonna have time to be burnt out when New Light pops in. Not New Light. Beyond Light pops in because I'm already going to be I'll be busting my butt to get as much as I can done, and then I'll probably be alternating that and Cyberpunk. Because that game's been such a long-awaited game, and I'm probably gonna go hard on Destiny until right up to November 10th. That's just what I always do. That's just me. I love Destiny, and what it has done though, Hazel. I've got a little breathing room now. I'm not so much under the gun. I can take a breath, and like what. You mentioned you weren't doing a whole lot this week. I've been really busy this week with the house, but I wanted to mention this for everybody out there. We have created a 100.io super group. This is a 3 Discord group that we can do raids, anything. If someone wants to run patrols, they can set up a patrol group and everyone can join from these 3 Discords. And it's under our activity raid bot. It automatically posts anytime you create an activity on this 100.io super group, and I'll put I'm going to put the show link in the show notes. I'm going to put a link in there if someone wants to join it. And it's for just the 3 Discords. You do have to be a member of the Discords to play in this. This is between us, Guardian Downcast, the Guardian Hub podcast Discord, and finally the Two Titans and a Hunter podcast Discord. And between us 3, we have a big pool of players. Now, instead of jumping from Discord to Discord saying, hey, I need one for this, I need one for this, you just set it up at 100.io. I want to say that, 100.io. I can tell I've used this a lot. I'm new to this, but it will automatically set the group up, and the bot will post it in all 3 Discords. So it's really cool. I got to give credit to Kingsley Mack. He has been talking with the developers of 100.io, and they custom made this bot for us. So we can do this. So I'll put a link in the show notes to this group if you guys want to join it. But just keep in mind, you do need to be a member of our Discord to be in it. And as far as this week, I had to make a few shout outs here because I did do in one night. In fact, it was last night. I did the one of the raid lairs, the Leviathan's. Eater of Worlds. We did the Eater of Worlds regular. We set it up through the bot. Actually, Aviator Weldon set this up. We were cutting and pasting names and stuff, and I was turning him onto it last night, in fact, so he now knows how it works. So we'll be setting everything up from here on out through the 100 bot, which is called in our Discord. And we did a really smooth run. I have to give a shout out to the Batman 2837 and Ninja Muffin. These are my old clan mates before I even got into the Dad's Tales group. This is the clan I had to leave because I was just overwhelmed, and there's a lot going on in my life. We don't need to revisit that, but they rejoined our Discord. They're in our clan now, and I'm so happy about it. It was just like we had never stopped raiding. It was just like we picked it right up. And we had 2 people the other night that hadn't run it before. Aviator Weldon hadn't run the Eater of Worlds, and I believe Jealous hasn't run Eater of Worlds. So we Sherpa'd them all through it, and Warcry was there with us as well. We all had a really good time. We got it done. What's nice is when you're overpowered, you can use different weapons to do DPS. I had the super giant heavy machine gun. I'm going to pull it up here. The
one that gives you the bubble.
Yes, I tried that one, and I didn't look at my numbers, but I was using the Heir Apparent. It was just fun to use, just something different to use, and I was using the new Dark Drinker, the falling guillotine sword to kill ads when I was protecting ads in the areas. And then as soon as everybody left and we were done with that, myself, Ninja Muffin, and Batman, we all went and did a Pit of Heresy. And they, of course, have run it so many times than me. I was just like a lost puppy down there, and they were helping me get that finished too. And it was only my second time doing it. And we got it done really quick. So it was a really, really good night. I think I showed you my dim. I had all these Ingrams, Umbrals, and just jam-packed, stuffed in my Postmaster. In fact, it's jam-packed full. I got to go empty it out after this. But that's what I've been doing this week. It's been very light week normally, but I had a big night last night, and I really enjoyed everyone who joined up, and just encourage everyone in our Discord and the other 2 Discords to try out that 100.l. You do have to sign up, make an account, and you can link it through Discord. You can log in through Discord, by the way, if you're in our Discord. So keep that in mind. But it's been pretty light for you, Hazel, this week?
Yeah. I rated, and it was Animal, Itty, Sulfur, Wacky, Junior.
Of course, Miss Kitty fails.
Self. I'm trying to remember the last person. I think there's one more person. I'm like going through all the positions and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And one of those things, like my DPS was nowhere near what it normally was, and I was just like still trying to break the rust off for Last Wish,
right?
And then I was the official. Unfortunately, I fortunately made her laugh so hard she threw up.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I watched part of that stream. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. It was. It was a lot of fun there.
It's fun to watch Hazel running around like, where do I go? Where do I do? What do I do?
Well, I mean, I knew for the most part where I was going.
Yeah.
The only thing that got me, though, was I was trying to cleanse Wacky. And I was like going up and I was like trying it and she kept dying. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like some people were like, oh yeah, that just happens sometimes, just get the res, and come to find out I was pressing the wrong damn button. So that's when Kitty laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, and I'm like, oh no.
She goes, I'm trying not to laugh, and I put in chat, I said, please laugh at Hazel, and she lost it. She lost it. All right, well the question is, I mentioned I was going to put another $25 or $50 in the drawing for the speedrun question idea box if you got 1,000 voices. So did you get 1,000 voices?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So my key ended up going to the postmaster.
Oh, bad.
And in the time it took me to get the key from the postmaster, we were already in orbit.
Oh, no.
So I still have the key.
Okay, I'll honor it. If you get 1,000 voices, I'll honor that. I'll put the 50 in the drawing. That'll be a total of $75 at the end of the year for speedrun question ideas.
I like it.
If you get 1,000 voices, and you got to show me proof.
Okay. Well, trust me, if I get it, I'm going to never take it off. And I'm going to be using it everywhere.
It's a fun gun. It's a lot of fun. So, yeah.
So, I don't know if I got it yet, but I have the key. I'm sitting on it. Okay. And once I actually get back to that room, I will let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So we finished Scourge, and then after that, I was with them, and then we did Scourge, and it was too late. It was like 4:00 in the morning, and then it became 5:00 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the latest I've been up in a long time.
That reminds me of my zombie years, playing zombies with Guns of Paradise and Holster and all my buddies back in Call of Duty days. 5 a.m., man. That's like, you might as well just stay up.
Yeah, I did not.
Oh. Your whole day was just shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm trying to remember. I think I had to work. the next day too, 8:45.
Oh my
so
God.
It was a long day. So
anything else going on?
No.
Okay.
Not much, man. I watched a couple movies though.
Okay.
Coincidentally though. I know we weren't talking about that, but I did watch The Old Guard. It's a new movie on Netflix with Charlize Theron, and she's an immortal. And her little cadre of people, they're immortal too. They pretty decent, kick-ass movie. Typical Netflix movie though. Worth a watch.
Okay.
And then besides that, I watched a movie called Guns Akimbo.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
Daniel Radcliffe and Samara Weaving. And yes, I would definitely urge everyone to watch that. It's definitely not a movie to watch with people with faint stomachs and that kind of thing.
Is this like sprinkling out like a Quentin Tarantino type movie?
No.
Okay.
No, this is one where this guy is basically a troll, and he's out there like trolling people on the internet, and then he trolls the wrong person, and they end up basically like putting guns on his hands.
What?
Nailing guns to his hands.
Oh my God!
And then he's put into this game where he has to either kill someone or he dies.
That's some wacky shit, man.
It got only wackier as the shit went on, and I was thoroughly enjoying this movie. I think it's on Amazon Prime for free. So yeah,
I'm definitely checking it now.
I would definitely urge people to check it out. If you can predict the ending, more power to you.
Wow. Well, let's see. We did finish The Boys. We finished The Boys. My wife loved it. She can't wait. And September, The Boys season 2's coming. September. I love it. I can't wait. I saw that. Yep. I saw that preview. I was like, oh damn. We'll definitely be watching that. And I've started watching Parks and Rec. It's on Netflix, and we said, what the hell? We'd never seen the show, and it is so damn good. It reminds me of The Office, a lot like The Office, and really, really great show. And we're like season 2. I mean, we're just every night when we're having dinner on our TV trays because we don't have a kitchen, so we watch a show or two before we take the dogs for a walk. It's really funny. I'm so glad we're able to go back and watch these shows that we never had time to. And I'm really, next week, I promise, I will be watching the new movie from Tom Hanks on Apple Plus called Greyhound. It's about a destroyer captain back in World War II trying to fight the U-boats and protect all these ships they're escorting. I was listening to him on Late Night with Stephen Colbert, and he was talking about that show. Really great interview. So,
I saw an interview with Tom Hanks about it, and I was cracking up because he was calling Apple like these evil overlords because he's very liberal.
Yes.
And they said that they wanted him to, I don't know if you saw this there. But,
no, I didn't.
He had to, basically like the interviews that he was doing, like there were people would like interview him and stuff to talk about the movie. And he said that, he's like, Apple, my evil overlords told me that I had to do all of these interviews in front of a white wall. So that way nobody could like look at his books and his bookcase and like talk trash about him and that kind of thing.
It was a very plain background. I do remember. Wow, I never knew that. It's good to know. Anything else before we wrap it up here?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
wait. There was one thing that I did see actually in the Discord. It was Des Raven, Fluffy, and Kingsley Mac, and then yourself. I think Jealous too. I think that you guys kind of all were talking about basically like 30 versus 60 frames.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, and it was
got a little lively. Got a little lively.
A little lively. Yeah. I think there was some poor word choice that was used maybe here and there, but then. Fluffy put like a wall of text up that was absolutely brilliant.
I think that's the most he's ever posted in our Discord.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, yeah.
I was like, Fluffy?
I was like, hey, welcome back. But yeah, I mean, everything that he said was just brilliant. And it was mainly, I mean, and then I forget who posted the article. Was it
Kingsley?
Kingsley did?
I read it. Right. I read it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was mainly that for the most part, like most of society cannot see beyond 30 frames.
Mm.
But gamers are basically like have a higher level of tolerance.
That is true.
And most gamers can see higher frames, like 60 frames plus.
And I heard also in the article that your periphery actually can see even more as far as refresh rates. And they said that some people could look at LEDs and actually see them flickering. I don't know if I can do that or not. I'll have to try that out. But they said some people can actually see the hertz, the actual waves. They can actually. I can't remember now. I've seen it sometimes on cars. I always think their alternator's just getting weak, where their lights are dimming and stuff. But I'll have to look at that again and see because I have. Okay, I'm just going to tell you my point of view here. And this goes back to some people maybe think that people who play on PC are. Maybe we feel like we're the master race or something. And I will say this. I am not a PC gamer, but once Destiny came out on PC and I said, what the hell? I want to try it. I had a computer that could play it halfway decent. There was no going back, dude. And the only reason I go back to PS4 and play on 30 frames and a smaller FOV is because of my friends. Because that's where I raid. That's where I play a lot of Crucible. And it is really, I'll just tell you from experience, being that I play on my computer, I'm at 60 frames fixed. It's locked at 60. I don't have unlimited on. And I play at 1440p, which is kind of like, I guess you'd call it 1080 plus. It's like it's like 2K. It's not 4K, it's 2K, but it's not 1080. It's more than 1080. I can't explain it, but I played with all the settings. I could play up to 4K if I wanted, but the screen tear was really bad because I play on a 60 hertz monitor, but it is a 4K monitor, but it's not a high performance monitor. I bought it cheap. And so I play 60 frames, 1440, which seems to be what works for me. And when I play Crucible, when I play raids, when I play anything Destiny on PC, I can see more around me. What's going on. It's like someone just opened up a bubble and I can see more at one time. I can multitask much better. Not to mention, I can definitely tell between 30 and 60. When I get on PS4 and play, it feels like the frame is stuttering to me. It feels like it's lagging. Like the whole game is just lagging like all the time. That's what it feels like when you're playing at 60 at 1440 and going into 1080 I don't think it's 4K. It's probably 1080 at 30 frames and a smaller FOV. It's like everything is more focused when you play at a smaller FOV, and you're more of a tunnel vision when you see stuff. And it's a real adjustment for me. Warcry makes fun of me every time. He's like, "Oh wait, he has to adjust his eyes." I do have to adjust my eyes. My eyes have to retrain my brain to think 30 frames. And when I jump on PC, it's like I'm home. And Fluffy was mentioning this. He goes, the gun plays better, that you can see more around you. And I do play on a 28-inch monitor, and I can, it's right here in front of me. I can see very well what's going on, and it's definitely improved my Crucible gameplay just switching to a monitor. I have to thank some of my buddies from my old Call of Duty days who said, you got to get a monitor, dude. It's totally different. It is different. It's like it condenses everything into one picture that is much tighter and crisper, and you can see more what's going on when you play on a monitor versus a TV. And I used to play on a TV. So my take on that is I can definitely tell between 30 and 60. It's night and day difference to me, and my brain it takes usually 2 or 3 Crucible games to revert back to the 30 frame smaller FOV. And not to mention the actual weapons handled differently on PC because of the FOV. I think they're deadly accurate. Even when you play on controller, which I do on Destiny on PC, the actual recoil of the gun, everything is totally
minimal.
So it's so much better. So that's
there's no bloom either, I think, right?
I heard that hand cannons have very little bloom on PC. I think there's a little bit of bloom still, because as soon as you plug a controller into Destiny 2, if you're playing on mouse and keyboard, the computer will automatically switch over to controller. Then it has like all new settings that are just inherent in the game that just happen. You can feel the screen kind of shift a little. Like, okay, now we're in controller mode. And as soon as you unplug the controller, the game reverts right back to your mouse and keyboard mode. So I have very bad carpal tunnel, so I cannot use a gaming mouse very well. So I have to use my PS4 controller. That's what I'm used to playing. And I'll tell you what, playing Crucible on PC is much harder than on PS4. I know I'm going to have some pushback on this. But when you're playing on a controller player against mouse and keyboard players that can whip around and pop you in the head before you even see them coming, I'm telling you, playing on PC has made me a better gamer in the Crucible. Just from the fact that people are much, much more keen to hitting you quickly. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I want to make sure I got it out. What's your take? What's your take on it?
My take is I'm probably going to hold off on getting a PC until crossplay comes out. Then maybe not even then, depending on if I get a PS5 or Series X, whatever. Just because if Bungie's going to do crossplay, then it sort of eliminates my need to go and get another system. Also, it depends too, mainly on if the new systems are going to be 60 frames and FOV compatible.
Well, I was just going to say, before I wrapped it up, was wait until you guys get next-gen consoles. You'll know what we have been seeing on PC all along, and then everyone will say, my God, Gator, you were right. The game is still different.
It's all going to depend mainly on if they carry over the same settings from mouse and keyboard and PC.
I can't imagine if they're talking about 60 frames at 4K, which a lot of gaming computers can't even do that without issues. Mine can't. I don't have that strong a computer. You have to have like top of the line 2080 Ti's to do that shit. I have a 2080, but it's an RTX 2080, but it's not a Ti. It's not the high RAM. It doesn't have the super RAM in it. That's the difference, really. And it has some overclocking and stuff in it too that makes it stronger. I don't know the specifics, but I was doing research on it. I was like, it's just not worth the extra money. I got the RTX 2080, just the regular card, so much cheaper than the Ti. It just wasn't worth the money. And so
yeah, I mean, to me though, I mean, that field of view, I mean, also, I mean, the load times too are fantastic on PC. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've watched Glad do something where he's like, oh, hey, I need to switch my weapons. And he does it just so quick. And I'm like, meanwhile, you're on, PS4 or whatever. And you're like, okay, I can't do this in a hurry. I need to, crouch behind this, or I need to do this and make sure that I don't die.
Well, the cornerstone of the new consoles was they have this super SSD that's supposed to make transitions between screens and menu modes or whatever almost instantaneous. And I will say this. I did put a Samsung 500 gig SSD in my PS4 Pro. It's real easy to do on a Pro. It's just one screw. It goes in, and literally you just have to save your data on another hard drive. And I have an external too to save my games that I don't play, which we all know there's a lot of games.
Numerous.
Yeah, it's like 3 terabytes. It's huge. I mean, that's what it holds. That's not what I have in games, but I have that. I have that kind of storage. But anyway, I think I would have to say I play on my PS4 with an SSD and my computer with a good SSD as well. It's very, very close as far as pop into that menu. It's a little bit slower on PS4 because the processor's bottlenecking probably a little bit, but it's very close. PC's obviously the best right now, but I'm telling you guys, when you get the next gen consoles, and most of you PS4 guys out there, you're going to get the PS5. Don't kid yourself. You're going to get it. If you love gaming and you love faster reaction times, and when you see that FOV slider and you bring it all the way out to 105%, and you have 60 frames at 4K with that, it's going to be better than what I'm playing on PC right now, and you guys will see the light. You guys will see that Destiny is so much more beautiful. The environments just pop to life. It's almost photorealistic. It's damn close. It really is, guys. So the gun handling, which everybody loves in Destiny, it's there even better on PC. All right, soapbox, I'm done. I'm done with my soapbox. I had to get that out. Thank you for mentioning it because I had to get that out.
Yeah. And that's all I have.
Okay.
What about you?
No, I think I said my piece. This is enough old man rants for one night. I've had too many of them lately, it seems. All right, guys, I'll tell you what. We'll be right back.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Boost KDV. Just want to wish you a happy 1-year anniversary on the Guardian Downcast. I know it's not easy to maintain 1 full year of episodes, and you guys did it, and you guys are awesome. And hope you guys keep doing it. Destiny 2 has its ups and downs, but you guys have just kept plowing right through. September looks fun with the potato chips coming into the Destiny world. And speaking of chips, I have a fun fact. Did you want to hear? No? Oh, I'm going to tell you anyway. So, Pringles are not a potato chip. That's right. The next time you see a can of Pringles, take a closer look. You won't see the word chip anywhere on the package. That's because they aren't made of thinly sliced potatoes, but instead, dehydrated potato flakes, whatever that is, pressed together into their signature shape. That's what makes them less greasy. But when other chip manufacturers complained, the FDA ruled that Pringles could not be marketed as chips. That's why they are now called potato crisps. You are welcome for that crispy fun fact. Good luck, guys. Keep going. Happy anniversary. I love you. Later.
Hey guys, Third and Still Gaming here. I just want to say congratulations to Guardian Downcast for 1 year anniversary. We've been doing podcasts for years and I don't even keep track anymore. But congratulations for your 1 year anniversary. I hope you have many more in front of you, and I hope I can be a part of those in the future.
Hey, it's Grugrux. Guys, you did it. 1 full year of podcasting. Great shows. It's a show that I always listen to every week, and I can't wait to listen to more. Keep up the good work, guys, and congratulations.
1 year. Wow. What can I say? I think I have shoes older than that. But no, really, congratulations, guys. You guys are doing awesome. It was a good time on the show. Hopefully you'll have me back. I wasn't too boring. And congratulations on that year.
I don't mean this to sound like all sappy and stuff, but it's one of those things like when we had Boost and Barbecue on, it was, and I mean, Dad Tales guys too. I mean, it was one of those things where it was almost like you're interviewing a celebrity, because I listened to so many episodes of Dad Tales and rated with them. I didn't really view them as just like guys, you know? So just in talking to them, it was just like, wow, they're just like normal guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And damn you, Boost, I'm never going to be able to look at Pringles the same way.
Yeah. Great fun fact. That was timely. Very timely.
And with 30 and Still Gaming, I mean, I don't even know what I can say about that guy. I mean, and his brother Sarge. I mean, they are just awesome people. And when you talk to him and you listen to them both, and they can seem like the most negative of people about Destiny.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's all coming from a good place because they still want to see the game be better.
Here's the thing
I think it's one of those things where, like, if Bungie were to just make like some tweaks and some steps for quality of life with it, it would shut up everybody and everybody would be back on board, and it would be D1, Rise of Iron all over again.
Yeah. If these guys didn't care about Destiny, they're what I would call in denial. They love Destiny. They love the game. They've admitted that. I'm just joking with them.
Of course.
But
right.
when they start talking about Destiny on their show, they talk about it a lot longer than they plan on it, and that just goes to show how much they enthralled with this game like we are.
Right. And it's enthralled and how much they're let down by it at the same time.
Yeah, I get that too. And I sometimes I have to defend. I feel like I have to defend Bungie a little bit. That sometimes they're crapping on him a little bit, but he's more blunt. I'm more reserved in my comments about Bungie because I wouldn't want to try to build a video game and a community and stuff around a video game. That I couldn't even imagine what that effort that takes. I mean, you've seen their facility; it's enormous. Think of all the cats you have to herd there. Oh man, yeah,
exactly. And then lastly, I just want to say for Grugrux, I mean, I've known Gru for quite some time now, and I mean, we have a little message group with it. I mean, it's Easy, Dell, myself, and Gru, and every now and then we'll just like chime in and just say, hey, hope everybody's doing well and that kind of thing, and it's just one of those things. It just kind of just makes me feel good. It makes me know that, hey, something good really, really came from this. So,
Gru is he's just a good guy, man. You just know the guy is down to earth. He's very passionate about Destiny like we are. And thank you, Gru Grux. Thank you, 30 and Still Gaming. I mean, it means a lot coming from you guys. And Boost and Barbecue. I mean, my first goal when we started this show is I want to interview all the Dad's Tales guys, and those guys never said no. They said, when you need me, we'll be there. When you need us. So I was so humbled by that. Yeah. So
awesome. Thank you guys again.
Thank you very much, guys. Very much from the bottom of my heart, really.
Hey, Gator, the older gamer, and Hazel. Congrats on your 1 year. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. And see you in game. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, guys. This is the super popular and very famous Fluffy Fingers MD checking in. I just heard that you guys are going to start a podcast, and that is fan-fucking-tastic. I think a lot of people are really going to like what you guys are going to do, what you're going to bring to the table. I'm interested to see what the format is like. And, just congratulations on starting something new, on jumping into this podcast world and trying it out for the first time. So I can't wait. I believe that this is going to...
Babe, it looks like they've had a podcast for some time now.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, they've got over 50 episodes out there.
Oh! Well, shit. Congrats on already having 50-some episodes, guys. Hope it's going well. And,
keep it up.
Fuck, do you think I should re-record this?
Hey, guys. Chris 3711 here. Gator, Hazel, guys at Class Acts. Love the show. Was honored to be part of it. It's fun. It's informative. But most importantly, you give the community a voice with all the questions and stuff. You guys are both just class acts. I'm honored to have been part of it, and I'm also honored to be part of the server and be a mod. And happy anniversary to everyone in the server. Great group of people over there. Can't thank you enough for creating a nice, safe, positive environment to get feedback from other peers and just a place to get information and have fun. So I figured I'd throw you a little gift, or I don't know if it's really a gift, but just something I could do. Everyone in the server knows, or anyone who knows me, there's a certain word I don't like. I don't like to say it. I don't like to hear it. I don't even like to read it. Burning Wing, if you catch this episode, it's the only time you'll ever hear it. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1. Nah. Peace out, Bean Sprouts. Love you guys.
Oh my god, man. Fluffy must have put so much. We're definitely doing a skit if he decides to come back on again. We're definitely doing a skit again. That was outstanding, Fluffy.
That was
outstanding, dude.
Yeah, I'm speechless.
I I had to mute my mic. I was laughing. I didn't want to laugh over the recording. You might hear a little bit of me laughing before I muted myself, but
Yep. I love his wife too, chiming in.
that was better. And you never hear his wife, so that was an honor. I don't think she's ever chimed in on any of his stuff. Wow. Fluffy, I just have to tell you, man, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you're the one that helped me with all the editing stuff. And I was trying to figure out how the hell to make a podcast sound good. You were like, dude, here's what you need to do. And you took the time to sit me down and say, listen, no, don't do that. Do this over here and use this and use this. And, man, I can't say enough how much I've looked up to you guys on your podcast. And, it's such a joy to listen to it every week. And it's something for us to emulate and improve ourselves every week as we go.
Definitely. I still remember that with Fluffy teaching you about how to edit and things like that, and talking about that program and this program and the other program. And I'm just like, wow. I'm glad Gator's doing all that shit, because I'm lost. But yeah, I mean, it is just so much fun to listen to. And I mean, him and Nips, they have a great chemistry together, and I love their podcast. And like we've mentioned before, they do the music episodes too, and it's just a good time all around. And they have like kind of a raunchy Discord, but I fucking love it though. It's awesome.
And I still remember when we first started our podcast, he sent me a message saying, okay, you have 2 dates to choose from. Which one you want to be on? And that's when remember me, you, and Easy were actually on Skype. We actually got to see each other. And, well, not me, because I didn't have a camera at the time, but it was so cool to see everybody. And we might have to do that in the future, is do a few Skype calls maybe.
I think so. I think so.
People are wanting some video podcast episodes. I just don't know if I'm brave enough to jump down that valley without crashing and burning. There's so much when you get into video editing, is so much different. But I just still remember you guys took us under your wing and helped promote us and introduce us to your community, and I'll never forget it. Yeah,
and exactly. And then also with all the weight loss stuff that Fluffy and Nips do, you guys took it and you guys ran with that. And I don't know how much, you guys have helped out Guardians and non-Guardians and everything else with all of your actions, but keep it up though.
Yeah, very much. I've been in almost every one of theirs. And Ron by Torrid. This is one of my old Adult Gaming Alliance friends. I've known this guy lives in Washington State, and he's I've been trying to get him to come on the damn show, and he's been playing hard. He's been playing hard to get. He said don't stop asking, but no for now. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's okay, no worries. I'll keep trying. But this guy is this is one of those guys you just point to and say, class act, friend for life, really great guy. And he is, if I can get him to come on the show, he is so damn entertaining to talk to. And yeah, thank you, Ron. Appreciate that message,
nice.
Man.
I've played with Ron like once or twice, and he was a little reserved, but then I noticed it was funny too, because he'd just come out of nowhere and just give you random shit, and I was just like, I like this guy. Yeah. He
does not take shit, and he'll tell you how it is. It's just the way it is, and he's a CNC guy. He runs. And hopefully we'll learn about this in a show one day. He operates a CNC machine, those big giant machines like as big as a car. And he sent me a video about how they made this one washer, and he told me all the stuff that went on. It was like a 30-second process to make this one washer for a part of some kind of targeting thing for the military or something. It was crazy when he showed it to me. And finally, what can we say about Chris 3711? This guy has been so supportive of our little podcast, and we almost got him to say the word. Damn,
I was really thinking, I was like all excited. I was like, oh my God, is he really going to say it?
I think Burning Wing would have fallen out of his chair or wrecked his car.
I think so. That's probably why he didn't end up saying it. But no, I mean, this guy is just one of the most positive people. One of the things that our wives mentioned is that they weren't surprised by like the events that have been going on with women and that in the Destiny culture and that. But I guess that's the thing that I was surprised by it, because we have such good people in our community, in our close community. So like Danfinity, Chris 3711, just everybody. I mean, Chubby. I mean, everybody is just, they're all stand-up people.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because I wouldn't expect anything like that from any of those people.
And Chris helped promote us. He helped us with even artwork and on our campaign, our Patreon campaign to help people out.
Exactly.
During when COVID first started up. He was all in. I mean, he donated whatever time he has. And this is a guy who for 6 to 8 weeks just goes away from his family to go work on a house. He's a master carpenter. Yeah. And I'm just amazed how generous this guy is. And of course his work in mental health.
Yes.
And he's always there. Anybody has an issue in the Discord, he's always there to help people. And that's why he was a natural mod for us. Natural decision to have him as a mod. And I can't say enough about this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he posted that video yesterday, I think, and it was extremely powerful.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, if you ever need something, I'm pretty sure that he's got something motivational for you to kind of get you out of whatever you're thinking about. So.
Well, Gator, I don't know how you did it, but you tolerated Hazel for an entire year. I think Easy had the right idea. Run. Only 148 weeks until you rebrand. But seriously, y'all have become something to look forward to each week. Congrats on 1 year, and I'm looking forward to many more.
Hey guys, Clear Knight here. Just wanted to say congratulations on your 1 year anniversary that's coming up. That is something very much to be proud of. You guys are a great podcast, and I appreciate you. You can definitely tell that there's a great bond, despite all the jabs and the jokes and such. You can definitely tell that you guys have an appreciation for one another, and you do a great quality job week in and week out. And it's not easy to do a weekly podcast. I know. It is definitely challenging, especially when you have different moments here and there. We all have our time in our personal lives and in gaming lives. And, the fact that you reserve that each week and you bring on some quality guests and you, me included. I appreciate you for bringing me on. But seriously, having quality guests that you can bring on and just have great conversation. I think that's probably the best part. Everybody can talk about different games and Destiny in many different ways. And you guys are week in and week out entertaining and interesting and professional. And as weird as that sounds, yes, you are a professional podcast. It definitely comes through. Go back and listen to your first episode and compare. You'll probably see it more so than any of us, because we all are our worst critics. So, take the credit. All right.
Hey guys, it's Sin here. Gator and Hazel. I'll keep this short and sweet tonight. I wanted to first say thank you for all that you guys do in the Destiny community. You all have actually built an amazing little podcast community yourselves. I also appreciate having you all around here with us podcasting. Can't wait to see the next year and beyond for you guys. I'll be around to listen as always. So, cheers.
Wow, what can I say about Drafty? He's my Florida brother. I mean, he's and you know what? It's nice though. It's very refreshing that he was picking on you, and I wasn't getting beat up. I wasn't getting beat up this time. It was you. I loved it. Thank you, Drafty. I have someone on my side. One person.
He's the only person. Well, one of the only people that makes fun of me more than you. And I'm just
love it.
Okay, I take it. I take it. Just fine. But yeah, I love Drafty though. I mean, him and I mean, we've played together, raided together. all of that since back the Dad Tales guys stuff. So
he's
just a class act.
I'll never forget when I first joined, and I've said this before, but it's a great story. When I first joined Dad's Tales, in the very beginning when Forsaken first came out, I was in the tower. I think I was cooking cookies or something. I was trying to figure out the recipes, all the stuff you got to learn when you're doing that. And someone kept punching me in the tower. I'm like, what the hell? What do you want? And it was Drafty. He had the high five emote and was trying to get a high five from him. I'm like, oh shit, it's Drafty. He doesn't know me from Adam. And that's when I knew this guy is just an overall good guy. Super guy. Great person.
That's funny.
He's competitive like me. He's competitive like me because he wants to bowl. He wants to have a bowling game. I'm like, okay. We tried to get it together, and then all this mess happened, and I really wanted to get with him, and we were going to meet like halfway between where we both live and bowl a few games and get some lunch out that day. It was going to be a nice day, but it just never happened. I swear, rain check, Drafty. I definitely want to do it, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, one of the things about Drafty that I know is that I helped his son raid a couple times in D1.
That's right.
And I mean, it was just so much fun to hear his son when he got Icebreaker and he screamed at the top of his lungs, and that was awesome. And then it was Drafty, his son, some other people, and Danfinity, and they got him his first clear. I think it was Leviathan, and it was just it was like, I think it was like 8 or 9 hours long, and it was just the most fun I've had watching anything. And it actually made me sub to Dan for a good long while.
Yeah, super guy. And Clear Knight, he Clear Knight. You only get 90 seconds, buddy. I'm sorry. We got the free version of SpeakPipe. We're too cheap to buy the next version. We want to try it out first and see how it works. But
we'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thank you, Clear Knight. I know you have a really great podcast too, and we've thoroughly enjoyed having you on the show, man.
Yeah, and they have a great Discord too. I mean, they've got this one channel that I will hop into every now and then just for some coffee tips. But yeah, they will suggest coffee and different things that they like and that kind of thing. And then the other co-host, Rob, I think he has a ring shop, and you can look at his rings there, and he makes them all like custom and everything along those lines. So it's very cool stuff.
And he has a channel that gave me the idea to have this channel in our Discord. His was check this shit out, and that we have where we can post videos, and anytime we're posting a video, or it's a creation by one of the clan members or one of the Discord members, you can post that video in his channel, and it's called Check This Shit Out. And I said, man, what a great name for a channel. So yeah, class guy. What can we say about Sin? Super professional voice. Great addition with Kingsley Mac. I think those guys play off each other very well, and now with Des Raven there, even better, even more voices to hear. And yeah, I mean, that's the one. When there's one podcast that comes out right after ours every week is Guardian Hub, and I really look up to those guys. They have shown me, and they've so many raids they've helped me with, both of them together, that I'll never forget. Especially that Scourge of the Past, getting that exotic first try. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anarchy for the win.
Did you have to Google that? No. Yeah. I mean, Sin is fantastic. I mean, he helped me when I was buying a car, of all things, and messaging him back and forth, and it was just a really cool moment for me too, because I'm like, wow, it's nice to have people like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he didn't have to tell you that stuff. That was inside info. He didn't have to share, and he was, because you're his friend, he helped out anybody wanted help with car buying, and I learned a few things as well. So
exactly. And then the only one last thing about those guys is put a big asterisk next to how their tagline about having the best hub on the net. Maybe the second best hub on the net.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. No comment. I'm going to leave it at that.
You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what we're talking about. Oh man, I actually entered in their Discord one morning and I said something about Grubhub or something, and I was like, the best Grubhub on the net, and I'm like, oops, wait a minute, wrong site. Oh man, I'm hungry all of a sudden, but I know what hub you're speaking of. I do know of this website. Yes. Anyway, I
thought it was Grubhub.
yeah, it's Grubhub, right, yeah, exactly. And RNG Gator didn't send us a voicemail, but he did send me a message, personal message. Wait a minute, I don't have to read this, do I? Son of a...
You can send it to me and I can read it.
No, I better read it. It's bad enough. Our buddy RNG Gator. Congrats on 1 year of podcasting. It has been a great journey to listen each week. You guys have a great podcast and a podcast that makes you feel like family. Keep it up, guys, and here's to another strong year. And I apologize to Hazelnut to have to put up with Gator for another year. I even wrote back, I said, there it is. There's the Gator I know.
He's like the anti-drafty.
God almighty.
We should have Drafty and him on the same episode. You and me.
Oh, that's a great idea. I can't hate the guy. He has Gator in his name. I mean, he's a fellow Gator. I can't hate the guy. And he's witty. And yeah, when we had him on our show, he was a trip. I really had a good time on that podcast. Even though I got punched up a little bit, that's okay. I'll take that for the show, but he was thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah. I do seriously think that he is our quality control expert because he does all the fact checking, and I appreciate him greatly for those.
Yes.
So far, he hasn't really fact checked me too much. I don't know why. He's mainly fact checking you.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Right.
Exactly. Everything I say is right.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Hey guys, Jughead here. Just wanted to say congratulations on your 1 year anniversary of your podcast. I look forward to it every week. Keep up the good work, Guardians.
Hey guys, it's Honest here, wishing you a happy podcast anniversary. Been listening to the entire show from the beginning ever since the Gambit episode that Gator asked me to be on, and I'm currently on episode 14. Hope to be caught up soon. See you around.
Gentlemen, how are we doing? It's Bit Dead here. Just want to send you a quick message to say a happy birthday. Well done on getting this far. You know I love the show. I enjoy supporting you. The show format is fantastic. A little bit long sometimes, but, fantastic all the same. I love your chats first thing, your interviews. The speedrun is a genius idea. And, of course, I come to you for my Destiny news. So, again, congratulations. Keep up the fantastic work. Much love to you and your families. Stay safe out there. Laters.
Hey, guys. Nate here. Congratulations on hitting a 1 year milestone. I can't believe we've gotten here already. So, you know me, I'll be having a few shots for you. Maybe fall over in my seat. And here's to many more. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Before I get started with my question, I just want to say this community is like a big family to me. Everyone's there for each other. We like supporting everybody. And we even have game nights. Alright, my question for you guys is, what is your favorite raid moment? Thanks. Love the show.
Well, I mean, we played Craig first. This is one of your old buddies, and I just have been, playing with him and things like that. We did Leviathan last week, and I mean, he's just a good guy. I really like him. I felt a real kind of bad that I just kind of threw him to the wolves because I thought he had a little more experience than he did. But he did all right though. He hung in there and everything else. So yeah, I appreciated him for that.
Yeah, Craig's old school, man. We've known each other for over 10 years. I mean, he was one of the founding members of the Adult Gaming Alliance, him and Warcry. And I'll be friends with those guys till I die. I mean, they're just stand-up people. You know, when you meet people in life, you just know, hey, that one there, that one's solid. That guy will do anything for you. So, spoiler, next week, Craig, Mr. Jughead, will be our guest. So just wanted to throw that out there. For those who got to this part of the podcast.
We're trying to hit that 5-hour mark.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Death.
We're working on it. And Axonis, he's kind of new to us. He's the Gambit guru. That's why when we had our Gambit episode, I thought of him. And even though he really wasn't part of our community, he was part of more of the Guardian Hub community. And this is Kitty Fail's boyfriend. I guess we can officially say that now. Really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. I will never forget this guy doing his podcast in his car.
Yep.
We had Kitty Fails. We had the fireworks, and with Axonis, it was he kept dropping his signal. We must have reconnected in Discord 10 times on that show.
It was just fun though. I mean, I still love that intro too.
Yeah.
He just sped off in his car.
Yeah.
We were like, what?
What? Did he close his door? Okay. I'll go play along. That'll work.
Yeah. And he was a good guy. I mean, I played with him on Gambit, and I'll be honest, if you guys ever get the chance to play with a legit team of people, like Azanis and his crew, it was him, Wicked, and Dadbod, I think. Oh, Helios, maybe. But it was those three and myself, and I've never been carried on a Gambit match before, or two, and I was, and it was the most fun I've ever had playing Gambit. These guys were killers, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with Gambit is until you've been with a team that really knows what they're doing, instead of going in solo and playing with just random people, it can be frustrating. And it's really nice when everything syncs together and everybody has their role, especially in Gambit Prime. So, yeah, good on you, Axe. Appreciate it, man. What can I say about BitDead? I mean, this guy from the beginning, this is another one of our brothers from across the pond, and he has been so supportive. Every Friday he tweets out, check out these podcasts, and there's several good podcasts in there that I listen to every week. What can I say? I can't say enough about this guy. He actually won one of our t-shirts in one of the weight loss challenges, I guess from the one Potato Thumbs throws on. And I remember him saying, dude, just put it on when you, and he looked steadily as hell, dude. I mean, he looked good. Yeah. And from what I gather, he loves heavy metal, which I love that too.
That's awesome. Yeah, nothing makes me happier on Twitter than to see he tweets religiously about us, and he's like, hey, great episode to us and whoever our guest was at the moment. And it just makes me feel so good and humble. I'm like, wow, that's just fantastic.
Yeah, can't say enough about that guy. He's supported us from day one. So good on you, BitDead. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And Nate, who can forget the moment when Nate drank a little too much that night and fell out of his chair while he was podcasting with us?
Yeah. I think I was right there with him. I didn't fall out of my chair. I think I may have slid off the couch though. But yeah, I was a little inebriated that day too.
Yeah, really good guy. Really good guy.
Completely good guy.
Yeah. What can I say?
Good class.
What can I say about Jealous? I guess he threw a little question in for us, didn't he? This is a young man who very, very intelligent. We actually gamed one night, and he was telling me about all his life story and what he's doing and how his dad games. And he's one of these guys where his family just games. And he's talking about how he has this game room downstairs, and he has like a Galaga machine. A Galaga console machine. I'm like, oh my God, this guy really is into gaming. And I was really thrown off because he's so young. I was really thrown off how really mature beyond his years this guy is. And he's such a joy to play Destiny with because he's just so positive all the time and loves getting together and having game nights. I hope we can do many more of those.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never forget. I mean, a couple of things about Jealous is one that he got dropped on his head.
That's right. That's right.
I was just like, what? And so yeah, there was that, and then also that, like you said, just how mature he is. But the other thing I was going to say is that I'll never forget when he went down to Tennessee, and he took a picture of his initials on like the 3 initials on the game, and he was just like, they do exist.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it was just so cool to see that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, fellas. Thank you all for your kind words. We appreciate you leaving a message for us. Okay.
Exactly. And Nate, how it was like right before his birthday too. And that was cool that he kind of shared that with us.
And he did not hold back, man. He had I think he went through a whole bottle of wine, like an hour in. He was already through the bottle of wine, and he was moving on to something else. And I was like, I was messaging Hazel behind the scenes. I says, I don't think Nate's going to make it through the show, man. I think he's going to pass out on us. His voice was slurring by the end of that podcast. I was getting a little worried. I was have to do some really special editing.
Yeah, I was worried you were going to do some special editing for me. But yeah.
Yeah. And Bit Dad, we're working on the length of them, brother. This one's probably not going to be a good example, but we realize they do get long from time to time. So we're working on that. We're working on that part.
Yeah. We need to work on getting him on here.
We do. That's an open invitation to Bit Dad. I'd love to hear more about him and his story.
Hello, everybody. It's Lana, your favorite Canadian. Congratulations, Gator and Hazel, on your 1 year. Love the show, love listening, love the community you've built. Keep doing what you're doing, and get good.
Hey, Gator. Hey, Hazel. Congratulations on the 1 year anniversary, guys. That's really great. I want to thank you guys for, everything you guys do for us, in the community and putting out the show like you do every week. You give me a break every week from all the craziness that goes on in the world. Can't wait to see what the next year brings with you guys. Thank you very much.
Is this thing on? Oh, okay, cool. Gator, Hazel, just want to
Yo,
say...
Nintendoman, I got you, fam.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Koth. So, from the most charismatic, charming, courageous and caring hunter no one response in real life and these 2 idiot titans I carry with me Pearly and Nintendo man congratulations you
Sorry about that, guys. A few technical difficulties there. Where was I? Oh yeah. We just wanted to say a big congratulations on making 1 whole year of such an amazing show. Thank you very much for letting us guest on it, and thank you for all the hard work that you put into the show. Best part of it is, thanks to Bungie, you've got at least another 3 years to talk about this game. So, here's to the next 3 years. All the love from me, Parody, and the robot. Take care.
Congratulations on 1 year. 52 episodes is a lot for anything. And to think, Moist has only been mentioned 48 times out of all 52 episodes. 45 of those were on the epic episode 42. Y'all should check it out. In all seriousness, I'm glad you 3, Gator, Hazel, and Easy, decided to start this little experiment. It's a fantastic show, even if Gator doesn't know the meaning of casual gaming. Here's to another 52 and beyond. Cheers, and remember to always ban Davis.
Well, wow. What can I say, Lana? I'm working on getting good every day. I'm trying to catch your triumph score. Good luck with that. I haven't even hit 100,000 yet, and you're well over. I think you're 119. Jeez. And in all honesty, thank you, Lana. You're one of our first female gamers to come on our show. I think it was in our January. It was our very first month of
the first.
The first, yeah, and also I think it was the first episode of 2020.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on. I know you don't do podcasts very often, but I think you did such a great job when you're on our podcast. So, and I remember when you were first on Jay's podcast and he interviewed you, and you had Fluffy riding shotgun with you. I thought that was so cool. Thank you for that message. Do you have any words, Hazel?
Yeah. Yeah, Lana, like he said, I mean, I've seen you in the Discord and things like that, but it wasn't until I heard you on Jay's podcast where I actually got to know you, and it was just enlightening, and just hearing about South Africa and Canada, I was just blown away because I never experienced any of that myself. So hearing you and your story was fascinating, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Yeah, +1 to that. Yeah, I hopefully you'll come on our show again. I'd like to hear more about your life and stuff. So, and Maddie, what can I say, buddy? You're one of our first Discord members as well. You're one of the originals, one of the OGs, and I would say almost every day you're in our Discord, dude. Checking and seeing what everybody's up to, and dude, you're just a class act. Your interview with us was very good. I had a great time talking with you, and I'm just getting emotional. Sorry, man. You have something you want to say?
Yeah, I just think back to Maddie's interview, and I just start just cracking up. I mean, it was just so much fun. I mean, it was one of those where I think we were just trying to figure everything out at this point, and we had him on, and it was his show, basically. We let him go, and it was fun all the way around.
Yeah, it was. It was a great show. I had a great time. And Burning Wing, master of jorts, or yes, jorts. He's the one who brought the word jorts into our podcast. And just one more moist there for you, Burning Wing. You'll always be Burning Wing to me, dude. I know you change your name a lot, but I always click on it just in case. Oh yeah, that's Burning Wing. Dude, you're a trip to have on the show.
Yeah. I mean, I know that you kind of fell on some hard times for a couple of weeks there, maybe a week possibly, where you were furloughed, and then all of a sudden you got your job back like a week later. And and the funniest part about that was that he was actually, like, once he got furloughed, he ended up going ahead and starting to like tear up his floor in his kitchen and do all this and that. Well, then he got called back to work, so he had to hurry up and finish it all.
Yeah, we've been in Discord lately. We've been swapping floor pictures. Like, oh yeah, you're dealing with wood. Oh, I'm dealing with concrete. Yeah, and we're swapping ideas on what we're working on, what we're trying to do to fix things.
Yeah. I can't wait to see when you guys start exchanging deck picks.
Don't start. Damn it, don't start with me. It's too late at night for me to. Oh man. And what can we say about Night Demon? This guy is the master editor. I would call him the master editor in chief, because every one of his shows he puts so much time and effort into. You can tell it's every one of his podcasts, and of course Parody and
yes, Parody and that other guy,
Robot.
Wait,
what? Robot?
Who's the other guy?
Don't
Respawn. We can never forget Respawn.
How can you forget Respawn? So colorful. But you guys gel together so well. I just tripped upon your podcast when I was looking for Destiny podcasts one day, and I was like, these guys are awesome. They're entertaining, full of news, jam-packed. I mean, jam-packed with news. I mean, you guys cover it, everything for every week. Definitely more thoroughly than
yes,
our Twab reader.
Exactly. Has that ass hat.
Yes.
I mean, come on now. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I listened to your guys' episode, but like just any of them, and then you guys go into the TWAB, and I'm just like, wow, our TWAB should be like that. And then I look at our TWAB, and I look at the TWAB, and I'm like, no. I was like, anybody wants that type of in-depth detail, I will gladly refer them to
Two Titans and a Hunter,
because exactly, Two Titans and a Hunter, because yes, that is you guys cover everything. It could be Destiny videos, I mean TWAB, you name it, any Destiny news.
The roundup.
You guys got it.
He does the roundup. He does everything. It's so thorough.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks again, dude. That was a great message. I'm gonna have to save that one. That one for later. That's gotta be a thumbnail or something I can use later. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I just keep laughing every time I hear that.
It's damn, it was so well done.
Hello, this is Warcry from the Guardian Downcast clan. Just want to thank y'all for listening to these great people's podcast, and if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be here. Later.
Gator, Hazel, it's Hambo, 1982, aka Admiral Nips. Just wanted to say congrats on the 1 year. It's been an amazing year of growth. You guys have gotten better and better every episode. You guys built an amazing Discord with a lot of people who are really active. Hell, you became the new home for that Mad Lad Scum Death Bastardo. Anyways, keep up the great work. I can't wait to see what year 2 brings. Got to give you guys credit for being so okay with being wrong all the time. It's amazing that doesn't slow you down at all. Great job on year 1. Good luck in year 2. Bye.
Hey guys, Chubby Wizard 2 here, and I just wanted to say congratulations on your 1 year anniversary. From a personal standpoint, I would like to thank you guys for doing what you do each week. A year ago, when you guys started the show, our little corner of the Destiny community was in a tough spot. The distinguished gentlemen had hung up their mics, and our beloved Anti-Meta was off the air too. Other established Destiny podcasts like Guardian Radio and Crucible Radio were no more as well. So there was a huge hole to fill, and you guys stepped up, picked up the ball, and ran with it. And you've been doing great ever since. The show gets better each week. The clan and the Discord are getting bigger and more active every day. Not to mention the Patreon stuff you guys did to help some down on their luck Guardians. And let's not forget making sure everyone knew how you felt about the most recent awfulness exposed in the gaming community, and then immediately booking some super cool female Guardians on the show. So thanks again, Hazel, Gator, and let's not forget Easy, for creating a great place for a filthy casual, hardcore hobbyist dad gamer like me to hang out in. A place that brings a little sanity into this crazy world we live in. A place we can all go to forget our troubles and have a few laughs. I have nothing but love and respect for you guys. Congrats on year 1, and here's to a great year 2 and beyond. So thanks again, and later, Guardian. Toddles.
Wow, Chubby put a lot of time and effort, and I mean, I think he covered all the bases, didn't he?
He did. I mean, he said it better than we did.
God, I know. I'll never forget the music, the quote music episode we had with him on. Yeah. Discord was so nasty that night. We must have. I got to admit, that was the most challenging recording of a podcast I've ever had so far. It was tough. It was really tough. Just the internet gods were not on our side that night. But you know what? The guy stuck right there with us and just waited as long as he had to finish what we needed to do. And man, that was a great episode.
Yeah, I'll never forget, like, the start of it, how he's like, yeah, I'm in a corner here. I've got my daughter, and she was, like, playing on a computer, I think, and another kid was, like, on TV, and he's like, I'm stuck in the corner right here. My daughter's looking at me, laughing at me.
It was, I'm like, is your wife, I always ask this, is your wife on Netflix? Someone watching Netflix, because that'll gain a priority signal on the internet. And he goes, dude, I got like 3 kids playing video games. I got a daughter on an iPad. My wife's probably on Netflix. I'm like, wow, we're screwed. There's no way this podcast isn't going to get done. There's no way we can get this done. But, damn, what a class act. This guy.
Yeah, I mean, and every morning, him and his, morning and the cups of coffee, and it's just
without fail, he's there every morning, and that's why he was a natural. I like to reward people that have been with us since the beginning, and Chubby was with us since the beginning. I think he was one of our first Discord members when it was me, you, and Easy. I could have sworn he was.
I think so.
It's a tie or very close to another person I'm thinking, but he was one of the first people to join our Discord, and we're like, oh shit, someone's in our Discord. Hey, how's it going? We were so green.
Yep.
Oh my god,
it's awesome.
And Nips, come on, man. We're not always wrong. We're not always wrong. I mean, we know you have all the answers. We know. We've had you on our show twice trying to get those right answers. This is another guy, just a total class act. And I know when he has his podcast with Fluffy, and the two of them together, they're inseparable. They really do a class act. I mean, I just can't wait. I don't even care what they're talking about. I just want to hear them every week.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to hear them talk.
Exactly.
Because they play off each other so well. It's definitely something to look up at.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how else I can follow up that, but yeah, no, Nips is just, I mean, I just love his whole shtick with, hating certain states and cities and everything like that. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's just such a, I don't want to say savant, but I mean, he's a
smart
jack
dude.
of all trades.
He is a smart dude.
Yeah.
He plays it off like he isn't, but he is a smart dude.
Exactly.
And Nips, my shark is still running great, man. The headlights still work really good on it. And I'll use the canister. The canister vac attachments work so well, especially with all the dust. With all the drywall work and stuff going on right now. My wife just pulled it out today. We a funny story. We pulled out our entertainment center from the wall, and this thing is enormous. It comes apart in like 4 parts, and you just see everything behind it, man. It's just so much like years of crap. You don't realize.
I just heard Nips just yell, "Shut the fuck up!" about the vacuum talk.
Play the music. Play the music. We love you, Nips.
I did. I just swear to God, I just heard him say it.
Yeah, we love you, brother. You're all right with us, man. And I can't say enough about my Crucible brother, Mr. Warcry, 1969. He, I told you this already, but we separated after AGA broke up, and we all kind of went our own ways. And he worked so hard to keep that site together. And this was before Discord was a thing. And he kept that site together for so long, and finally he just had to relinquish it and let it go because, things happen, things form, and things just fall apart. It's just the way life is, I guess. And I tell you, I know this is going to sound condescending, and I don't mean it that way. I mean it as a full compliment. Warcry and I both started out playing Call of Duty about the same time. We were all pretty potato. And when I got into Destiny, I started really working and improving my game in Crucible, and Warcry was, let's just say he was behind a little because he didn't play fanatically like I did. And I'll tell you what, man, every game I've seen him improve so many times. I mean, he has gotten so good at Crucible now. He's got the strategies down. He's got the thinking part down. And not to say he didn't have that at the beginning, but he's honed it. He has really become a really good member. When we have our clan nights and play Crucible, he really become a really great Crucible player. And I'm honored to game with him every night. And, I do have to adjust my eyes, Warcry. It happens, man. We talked about this earlier in the show. I'm not going to repeat it, but you like it when I complain as an old man.
What? Oh,
get your mind out of the gutter, Hazel. Come on.
All right, there's a soundbite for somebody.
Oh shit! Are you recording?
You know you like it.
Oh crap!
Yeah, unless my computer fucking dies.
I hope it dies.
But Warcry. I mean, probably the only other guy that gives you as much shit as I do, and I mean, it's just an all-around great guy. I mean, from even his episode where he joined in to read the
night before Christmas.
Yeah, the night before Christmas.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he is just such a support of our community, our clan. and his GIF game is on point. Again,
I'm not gonna get started there. No, I'm not taking the bait. Nope.
Hey, Truth Lewis here. Love your guys' show. Listen to it every chance I get. It's amazing. Just keep going where you're going, man. You guys are going to get really far in this, man. You guys have inspired me to do a lot of things with my clan, and you're just amazing. I can't say words for you guys, man. It's just amazing. Love you guys. Keep up the great work.
Gator, Hazel, and you too, Easy. Congratulations on 1 year of podcasting. It's fantastic to see you guys grow and build a community around Destiny this late in the game. But honestly, I gotta say, you say that you came into the podcasting realm to take over for Jay, but I think you actually kind of took over for us at Barely ADS, because Jay never really talked about Destiny. I mean, they did, but it wasn't a Destiny podcast, And you guys are like the only show that talks about the TWAB. Granted, it's a really slow TWAB. Hazel, you're gonna have to pick that up if you wanna be compared to greatness like we used to have with the fastest TWAB in the West. But I think you guys came in, filled that niche, and you're filling it very well. You made the show and the Destiny podcast archetype your own. And I don't play Destiny, but I listen. Anyway, congratulations again, guys. You guys are absolutely killing it. I can't wait for you guys to have me on again, because you promised. And here's to another year, guys.
What's up, guys? H here. Just wanted to congratulate you guys on 1 year of podcasting. You guys do a great job of keeping us informed and engaged in the game that we all love. But more importantly, you guys run a very welcoming and positive community. So, again, great job on year 1. Here's to year 2. Keep it going, guys. Before I go, I'm going to exercise my rights as music ambassador. My 2 picks for this week are Thrash Metal Cassette by Dinosaur Pileup. Just a super fun song, and fitting title here, Just Dropped In by the Eagles of Death Metal. Toddles.
Hey, Dad and Hazel. It's Cam the Jellyman here. It's been super cool to be part of the Guardian Down community that you guys have both created over the last year. I love listening to the podcast at work and playing with you all. 1 year is an awesome accomplishment, and I can't wait to see the podcast and community grow over the next year. See you guys in the Crucible. You can find me because I'll be the one clicking heads. See you guys later.
Wow. Wow, what a way to end it. Truth, I know hasn't been a guest on the show, but he has been so busy in our Discord. Every morning, he's been in there just spreading the news. He actually started a tournament with his clan, is trying to include us in it, and hopefully we got some people to join up on his side. And just outstanding gentleman. Outstanding guy.
He and we kind of partnered together, and he was like just running some stuff by me for the tournament, like, hey, how does this sound, what do you think about this, how does this work? And I was working with him on it, and it was fun to help him with that. But the thing is that got me was in the course of that message, because it's like I said before, you just never know what kind of impact you have on somebody, and let alone other people, until they actually tell you. Yeah. And with this, I mean, again, I just don't think that we're doing anything special.
I keep, I keep pinching myself. I'm like, wow, I can't believe people want to hear us. At least me.
Let alone people think that, that we're doing something good and everything else. But, I mean, I thank you, Truth Lives. That means the world to me that you take any part of anything that we say or suggest and run with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Ditto that. Definitely. And what can we say about Zan? He's a special dude. I love this guy.
I got to work on my TWAB. That's all I know.
He's already giving you marching orders. I love it. It's 2 people that picked on you now. I like it. I like this trend.
Hey, maybe year 2 is going to be the year of Gator.
Oh God, I would go that far. We'll see. We'll see. Zan, thank you, brother. I really consider you a brother because I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and with Potato Thumbs and Distinguished Gentlemen, Anti-Meta, all those guys. This is you were all the guys I listened to before I even decided to get into this stuff, and your Discord's vibrant. You guys, you and your brother have fantastic stories, and I love it that your dad games, by the way. I love that.
Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, yeah, it's a really good story. And I mean, now that you guys are together in Carolina, then, you guys can hang out more and do that. It's good.
Yeah, and Zan's another one of those guys who's like, I would message him all the time asking for favors, and he was always like, you got it, man. Always count on Zan. Great guy.
Yeah. And I like his subtle reminder that we have to have him back, by the way.
Oh, we promised. He's coming. He's coming back. We gotta just plan ahead and figure out how to make it happen. So we promise, man. We promise you. You'll definitely be back. Shoot, we'd be honored for him to come back. I mean, to be honest.
Of course, right?
And what can I say about Agent H? He was one of the very first cheerleaders for us in our Discord. Didn't know this guy from Adam. Shows up in our Discord. I think, I probably talked with him a few times in the Distinguished Gentleman podcast or Discord and maybe a few other Discords. And this guy's everywhere, man. And my God, man, I got to say, H, dude, I am inspired by you. You have really dropped so much weight. And this is a dude I've met in person. I met his family. We went airboat riding when he was down here visiting in Florida. Had such a great time. I was nervous as hell to meet him because I'm just this old guy that, probably people look the other way when they see me and just think, who the hell is this dude? I'm humbled by your friendship, dude. And, I guess we got to add 2 more songs this week.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. That's fine. I'm all about music, man. The more we can add in that playlist, the better. And I guess now my wife has a homework assignment every week. She loves it. She says I can handle it. Anyway, thank you, H. You've been a great mod for us. You've been a great leader, and I can't wait to continue to evolve, I guess, as Destiny evolves. And Zan, all these guys are right. They mentioned that Destiny's going on for 3 more years. I'm really excited to see what Destiny's going to do, and I'm just giddy even thinking about it. So again,
I know. H, I've seen him in the Dad Tales again. I mean, a lot of these guys came from the Dad Tales, and then they migrated over to us. And I mean, H was just one of those positive guys. And I mean, just talking to H and just, the chats that we've had and like side conversations about stuff and everything. It's just, he's definitely one of those guys that you've talked about, that you just talk to somebody and you just know that they're a good guy. That's him completely.
Yeah, definitely, man. And by the way, he's on vacation with his family right now and sent that from his vacation spot. Took the time to talk to us about it. And he had 2 songs drawn up ready to go. Impressive, dude. Very impressive. And finally, what can I say about my son? Cam, I'm very proud of you, man. I don't know if anybody's heard, but he did graduate college even during this COVID crisis. He got it mailed to him. He wasn't able to march. We had plans to go up and visit and watch him, march in the procession for his graduation, our first child to graduate college, and it was a special time, and he's just rolling with the punches. He's already got a job. He works for a Sanford chain of hospitals up there as an IT guy. He roams the hospital. He's making sure computers that are hooked up to doctors' computers and make sure they're all working correctly. And these are computers they use in the ER and doing heart surgeries. And he just a really admirable job. I'm so proud of what he's done. And they're working him to death. They're working him like 11, 12-hour shifts right now. And he's on call. I think Fluffy and RNG Gator, all those guys that are into IT know all about that. So, Cam, I'm very proud of you, son. Very proud of what you've become and what you're doing now. And, yeah, keep clicking those heads, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'll always remember that interview at KM2 where he talked about doing some MMA type stuff, and
Yeah.
I was just floored by what he was talking about. Like, wow. And then just how it all went so wrong. But yeah, I mean, and then you said he's getting back into it, kind of, or he said that, I think.
He's because he broke his leg clean. I don't think he'll ever be able to kick, in a competition. He's got a titanium rod in his leg now, so. But he's a very good grappler. I've watched some of his tournaments he's been in. He's very good at jiu-jitsu. He's learning very quick, and he fights jiu-jitsu like a chessboard. It's all about moves and counters, and he was trying to explain it to me one day. It's just totally, it's over my head, but just very proud, very proud. So
it's awesome.
Yeah,
should be proud.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Guardian Downcast. This is Kingsley Mack here, and I am happy to hear that I am still in the lead. I don't count Sin as also being in the lead, but that's a story for a different day. But anyways, what a great podcast you guys have. I was very happy to find you guys starting right around the same time as us shortly after, and have another great group that's very similar to ours to listen to information on Destiny. Gator, you do a good job of bringing us all the information and keeping the show interesting with a lot of different viewpoints. And Hazel, I really appreciate you keeping Gator in his place. Anyways, thanks guys. Keep it up. See ya.
Hey Gator and Hazel, this is Garen. Just wanting to give you a message about your anniversary. I wanted to say you congrats on the 1 year, and we really love the show. Hope you guys continue to do it. I got a little buddy here that wants to say something to you, so I'll let him talk now.
This is Garen's little sidekick, Connor. I just wanted to say congrats on your 1 year anniversary of doing your show. Hope you guys keep it up for another year. And Gator, I have a special nickname for you, and it is Gatorade.
All right, guys. Like I said, we really love the show. Hope you guys keep it up. You've been doing a great job. So, with that being said, you guys have a good one. Bye.
Hey, Hazel and Gator. Danfinity here. I hope you're doing well. Congratulations on a full year of the Guardian Downcast. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to do a show week over week and to cultivate a supportive community like you guys have. My hat's off to you. You're both great human beings. And yeah, I hope I get to talk to you guys soon, because you're
great.
Enjoy this moment, guys.
Hey, this is Jay from DTP. I just wanted to say congratulations on making it to 1 year. You know, that's no small feat. You guys should be very proud of yourselves. You guys have taken the torch that we left behind and you've run with it in a way that shows me it's in very, very good hands. So thank you for that. Keep up the great work, but remember, you guys are just getting started. Congratulations again. I love you guys.
Oh my God, man. You know, I'm going to say this. You don't realize how many people's lives touch yours when you interview them. That's one thing I've learned over this year. I've never interviewed anybody in my life. And to find out little things about people that you never would have known. Damn, it's just crazy, man. What do you, oh shit, this is going to be messy. What do you think, man? What's your, whew.
Well, I mean, just wow. Okay, well, first of all, I mean, we'll just go in order. Maybe I can pull myself together by the end. Jay, fuck. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even do it as us picking up the torch, because nobody can do what you did, man. Nobody can do what the Dad Tales guys did. You know, you guys set the bar so high. You know, all we had to do was go to a different place and put up another bar. That's it.
Yeah, I have to concur. The DTP guys and Jay, I have to admit, Jay is the one that inspired me and gave me the confidence to make a podcast. and to recruit you and get you on board too, because when he started in, I tell you when it turned for me is when he interviewed his wife. Yeah. She was so pleasant to listen to, and how their banter back and forth. You could tell they were definitely in love. They were definitely people who loved each other very deeply, and that genuineness, I had to get more. And then when he said, I'm sorry guys, I need to drop it. Got real life stuff going on right now. I was like, I felt like something was missing every week. Yeah. And damn it, Jay. Thank you for your message, man.
Yes. Thank you.
That your candidness when we talked to you on that very first very early episodes when you came on, and you, every time we ask you something of you, whether it's a question or anything, you're like, dude, I'm there.
Exactly. How do we do this? And he's like, oh, hey, it's like this. Or, hey, check with this person. They know more than I do. And it's just, his support has been just, I can't thank him enough.
And I'm just touched that he listens, I mean, it's, man, we're going to be blubbering idiots by the time we're done with this.
Well, the other thing too is that he's doing Real Geniuses.
Yes.
Now, and it's a good listen to. It's fun.
It's about movies. I mean, who likes movies? Gator loves movies. I love this. This is right up my alley, podcast wise. Jay, keep it up, man. And what can we say about Kingsley Mack? I'm sorry, Kingsley. You do share the lead with your partner Sin.
Yeah.
And yeah, and yes, Hazel does keep me in line. That is his job, is to keep the reins, keep the horse trail from going off the edge of the mountain.
Yeah. But the other thing though about Kingsley though is that he and Sin, they have built one of the most supportive communities ever. The Guardian Hub.
I emulate it every time. Anytime I see him doing something in his Discord, it inspires me to maybe think of ways we can do something differently as well. Such a great community, great podcast. Him and Sin and now Des Raven all hit it off very well. I really enjoy their podcast, and
I loved what Kingsley did with his Zoom call. He did I was part of it for one of them, and we were doing those You Don't Know Jack games. We were doing that, and it was fun. It was really, really fun.
Those are fun games. Yeah. Wow. And what can I say about Mr. Danfinity? I would say he's probably the most positive Destiny person in our community. I mean, his infectious laugh. And I've already admitted publicly that I stole his idea. He had the Copper Lines Fast Fire segment on his show, Side Quest Sunday, which hopefully I heard it's coming back. I hope it does. Such a great show.
I hope so too. Yeah.
And I tweaked it. I did my own little flavor to it, but he inspired me to do that. And I used to listen to his show every week, and I would love that part of the show where his guests would have to answer those questions really fast. So thank you, Dan. Thank you very much, man. You're class, man. You are really class.
Yeah. I've been familiar with Dan for a while, and he was actually one of the reasons why I was actually apprehensive about even doing a podcast, because I'm like, fuck, I don't have the personality that Dan does. I don't, like Dan just seems to ooze just this personality and this professionalism and just all of his Dan-ness, basically. And I'm like, wow, I don't know if I can be that. I don't know if I can do that. And what I eventually learned is, hey, I don't have to be Dan. I can be me and still, hopefully be entertaining and that kind of thing. So
yeah, well said. Yeah, he's a natural, man. He's a natural. No matter what platform he's on, he's a natural. When I've watched his streams, I've been in his streams on Twitch, and very, very entertaining. Very nice guy.
Definitely.
And I've heard a lot of good stories in there. God, Jaren, what can you say about Garen? I know, I said Jaren. I messed it up again.
You're fine. You're fine. He'll understand.
Yes, he'll get it. It wasn't planned that way, Garen. Trust me. I raided with this guy when I was still with my old clan. We did an Eater of Worlds, oddly enough. And just got into the Dad's Tales community, and he was one of the first guys who just jumped right in, helped me out. He barely knew me and was perfectly happy to help me and my clanmates. I wasn't even in the Dad's Tales clan at that time. Really super nice guy. And yeah, what can you say? I mean, and when his son piped in, I about lost it.
That's the thing, is that you just never know what kind of impact you have on somebody's life until that. And when I heard his son Connor, I had a lump in my throat and my eyes started tearing up. I'm like, I never expected any of that from this.
Never.
And especially with Garen, because I mean, I still remember us spending hours in the Leviathan getting so frustrated and everything else, and him being a warlock laying, like, we were up in the corner and laying down his well, or his not well, but his rift, and we were just shooting and just him cussing every time.
Yeah. And Connor, I will take that nickname Gatorade. I will take it as an honorary title. Thank you.
Yes.
I will always remember that message. Thank you.
Hey guys, congratulations on 1 year. This is Laz here. Son, do you have anything to say over there to these two guys? No? You don't want to say anything? You've interrupted so many other podcasts. You want to interrupt this one? No? Alright, sounds good. Enjoy another year, hopefully more.
Geez, what can I say, Hazel? I'm blown away, man. I didn't really expect a bunch of people to respond when I sent that message out. And as you guys have listened, a mountain of number of people have sent us messages and well wishes. And damn, man, I'm humbled by each and every one of you.
I'm completely humbled as well. I mean, that's the best word I can use to describe it. Just that I just don't know what to say. I'm just so floored by your thoughts and well wishes and things like that for all of us, and that you appreciate us, and Easy as well.
Yes.
Our third Beetle. I'll make sure that he hears this episode.
Yes.
He's definitely thought about. He was one of the founding fathers of us.
One of the OGs, exactly. And it's very late. I mean, this is a marathon podcast for us, but I felt it necessary that we listen to everybody tonight. And my God, I'm just sure, for once I don't know what to say. I'm kind of short for words. It's all I can say to you, sir, is it's been an honor, and as long as people want to listen to us, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I agree with you completely, man. It's been an honor working with you for this year. I look forward to this year and seeing, what we can do, what we can get into, and here's hoping that shit settles down across everywhere and we can focus on some Destiny and go from there.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I share the same thing. I'm really excited. I know we love to get together and do our little skits, depending on the show, but I can't wait I look forward to it every week. I don't know. I can't explain it. I've done maybe 1 or 2 episodes where, you had life in the way, and
yeah,
it just didn't feel the same, dude. It just didn't feel the same. So thank you again. I appreciate it. And, I'm not even going to do any of the usual housekeeping tonight. I just want to end by saying that you can reach Hazel on Twitter. Hazel, HAZLNT. You can reach me on the Twitter at Todd the Gator. You can find our podcast on all your podcast platforms out there. Just go to guardiandowncast@gmail.com or guardiandowncast.com for all the details if you want to reach us. We have really good gamers in our Discord. We're humbled by each and every one of them every morning.
Yeah.
Anything you wanted to say, Hazel?
Hey, this year is more about you guys than us. So thank you all.
Yes, this was this entire episode from beginning to end was to honor our listeners. We didn't want it to be about us at all, because without you guys we have nothing. So you know what? Fuck it. We can't end like this, man. We can't end like this. We gotta have a Scum Death Corner. So, Mr. Uncle Scum Death, take it out, buddy.
Hello, this is Scum Death's Corner. And I've just taken the dogs out. Well, the dog. The other one didn't want to go out. And I've come home, jumped in the shower at 2. And the missus said the dog's dirtier than me and threw in the bloody shower with me. So I'm in here with a bloody dog. Oh, fucking hell. Like, stay there. Stay there. Yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know what I'm up to. So, stop licking me leg. Right, I've got to go, dudes. Right, get the states. Sit. Right, fucking hell. Joe, bye.
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian. Toddles indeed.
No, you guys are fine. I promise you guys will not bore me at all.
I'm pretty easy going with talking most of the time.
Oh man, I fly around that place.
Nice.
It's amazing.
So I started at the age of 3, and from my dad, I already had a Super Nintendo and an N64 to start off with.
Good podcasting is hard, man.
I actually did a little bit of QA for the original Doom.
One of my issues with Gambit is that the way the ads scale, because I can't tell you how many times
he's trying to get back in.
He's like, I'm gonna pull Admiral Nips and just go fight a moose.
So this week's rant was brought to you by the Guardian Down podcast in association with Hunter Relief 2020.
State of Florida, or what state are you in a nation?
A state of mind, I'm alcoholic.
I was in the military, and a lot of military engineering is really bad.
I live, I'm 47, just turned actually 47, so just in the beginning of March. So in my clan, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
So I know you tend to have that, one of the top distinctions of that. So, but yeah, it's been a long time I've been on a podcast where I have an elder presence. So, Boomer.
Oh my god.
Yes, Gator. I am always magical.
I was rooting through a closet one day. I was like 5 years old, and I found this box, and it said NES on it. And I pulled it out of the closet. It's brand new in the box. I'm like, Mom, what is this? And she goes, oh, that's your dad's Nintendo. She goes, he's never used it, and it's like literally been sitting there for like 4 years.
Astronaut, rock star, porno man.
I guess I could see it working, like it wouldn't be this intimidating, make it more popular.
Say that one more time. Repeat that sentence.
It's so big you can't get your hands around it.
In the words of Lady Gaga, I was simply born this way.
Suck it, Gator.
So did you know that a blob of toothpaste that sits on your toothbrush has a name?
Really?
It's called the nurdle.
The nurdle?
Nurdle.
Wow.
So now when you put toothpaste on your toothbrush, that's a nurdle.
I needed a pillow to play it. It was that small.
You still have all your fingers, all right?
Yeah,
Well, 9 and like 3/4. Well, 9 and 7/8.
Okay, roasted pops.
I need to pee so bad. I've been thinking about how I can do it without making noise.
Can I just say this is the most professional podcast I've been on, and I do 2 of them.
Obviously, it's been a 5-year marriage.
That thing was tore up from the flora.
Yeah, absolutely. And who do I send the invoice to?
Yeah, so I gotta say, I don't know why I got really nervous all of a sudden. Even broke out a beer and everything, but yeah, no, thanks for having me again. So what do I do for a living? Recently moved into sales, which isn't, super exciting. It is for me.
Tom Brady is a beautiful human being.
My mom had a really good... She did a good job of buying systems for us, but she did a really bad job of buying games for the systems.
All right, I'm not going to judge you, but what did you get from Taco Bell?
2 cheesy bean and rice burritos and a spiced potato sop taco.
Ooh, nice choice. Didn't go the old classic burrito supreme, huh?
Nope.
All right.
I got to stick to the meatless options.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
Like those nerdy chicks are freaky, so.
I pulled a bunch of bullshit out of my ass.
Yep, I am a Canuck, and I am a teacher. I'm an elementary teacher for a Catholic school.
Hello, this is Kingsley Mack here to tell you the correct way to pronounce the word GIF, and that is 100% GIF.
Alright guys, let's talk about my rider. So I like hot baths before the show, foot rubs. That's you, Hazel. I need 1 bottle of Fireball, a 12-pack of the assorted tropical flavored White Claw, and finally 3 packs of Jewel Pods.
So it's kind of weird. We do have all 4 seasons, unlike Florida or any of those other.
You got me to snort, damn it. Someday, when I get a booty that matches them. I am from Madison, Wisconsin. Lived in Wisconsin my whole life. Pretty much hate most of the world in terms of cities. If you live somewhere, I probably hate it.
I'm from Alabama. You can't tell from the accent here. And for my day job, I'm in marketing and do a little web development also at work.
Hell yeah, I need all the direction I can get.
You want to read through it one more time? This time with feeling. Now we got a dry run on it.
Oh, was that not enough feeling for you?
I wanted to just thank you, McKin.
Do not cut that.
Mr. Anderson, do you hear that? That's the sound of inevitability.
I just wanted to say that it was funny. I tuned in and then I heard you talking. I got butterflies. I was like, oh shit, it's Jay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just me, dude.
I know, but still, it's just...
All right, Hazel, what do you got for us this week?
All right, so this week from the Bungie news desk, we've got a lot of nudes.
Whoa. Nudes. What are you talking about, Hazel?
Oh, shit, I'm not at my desk. I'm at Easy's desk.
Yeah. I asked a bunch of my Life Coachy friends who do podcasts. I was like, well, what should I do to prepare to be on my husband's podcast? And they